Okay, welcome back to Alter Self, everybody. I'm going to give a quick recap of what we did last time for your guys' benefit and for the benefit of anybody who tunes in on Twitch or watches YouTube later. So last time we had left off with you guys being approached by a bunch of grave robber bandits that you were a little afraid was going to end in a fight, but they actually were fairly civil towards you, offered to be your guides for a price, which you politely declined. But a couple of you felt that their action of grave robbing was not to be gotten away with, and so you basically instigated a fight, took them out. You instigated a fight.
Of course you would say that. Of course you would say that.
Made short work of them, and then continued on your way. You headed towards the Tser Pool and camped in a Vistani camp. They welcomed you with open arms and recommended that you go to Madam Eva for a reading. And you guys did do that. She did a Tarot card reading and kind of showed you, gave you some clues as to some things that may help you in your struggle against Strahd. The results of that reading have been added to all of your player journals, so you should be able to catch up on that or remember it. Some of those clues point to locations within the land of Barovia, so keeping them in mind will perhaps help you to find things that will help you in your journey. You guys continued on for most of the day, hitting on Irina and making her frustrated that she is stuck traveling with you guys. And you were getting pretty close. You managed to cross through the gate at the crossroads between the road you were on and the road to Castle Ravenloft, and entered a portion of the old Svalich Woods where you were attacked by Needle Blights, which came out of the mists towards you, and gave you guys a pretty good fight. Bartimaeus went invisible to avoid most of the conflict, and Gregor got the brunt of the attacks, but you all remained standing, and the fight is over. And you are now standing in the middle of the Svalich Woods, on the road, with several Needle Blight corpses around you.
How come my armor class is 12?
Is that not your armor class?
I don't think so.
Yeah, barbarians get
that was 15.
armor defense.
Really?
I didn't change.
You didn't change it?
It was
Oh,
whatever
okay.
it was when I opened up your character sheet.
Yeah, I noticed my AC has been
Why are you not
changing.
taking
Like,
most of this?
random numbers have been changing.
Custom AC, none.
Oh,
Yeah,
zero.
I know.
I see.
Can I do the character like your image?
What is your dexterity?
Me?
Like
Yeah,
a picture?
plus
I
2.
always wonder what it.
Well, feel free to fix up whatever you need to for your
Yeah.
class. Your class's
Where'd you
AC.
find that?
Will do.
So your AC is probably like 15?
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's not bad. Yeah, like if you use a shield. You can use a shield as well if you want.
I could. I should have done that given my character, but I didn't really decide to play that way, which was maybe my mistake. Anyway.
So Irina is looking around, kind of her sword still at her side, and she notices that all of the twig blights have been felled by your guys' hands.
The needle blights?
Needle blights. She takes her longsword and sheaths it once more by her side, and says, "Whew, that was quite a scrape. We should make haste on our way."
Irina, were you headed out?
No, I did not suffer any of their attacks.
Yeah, that's right. Because I was protecting her. That's right. While you were putting together your stick friend.
Oh yes, Bungo had.
Great.
Bungo accidentally chopped
we'll
one of the Needle Blights in half. Freaked out, dove to his knees, and began trying to put the corpse back together, and then lit it on fire.
Yeah.
Why did Bungo do that?
Because
You
Didn't mean to chop
you
it in half.
should recall
He's
the
afraid
last
of
time that
people
you
being
chopped
cut in
somebody.
Oh, cut in half. Oh, I
jeez,
see.
Gregor, someone said
I was imagining split vertically, which is okay.
Doesn't matter if it's horizontal or vertical.
It would be hard for Bungo to
So what about
split
diagonal?
vertically.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, Bungo's pretty short, so.
Poor guy.
Okay.
Okay. Irina looks around and kind of sees that Grigor is kind of heaving, bloodied a little bit, and says, unless you feel that we should rest before moving on.
My friends, I need to rest. Yes.
I think I need rest too.
good for
I'm down for rest.
She's like, very well. Perhaps we should make our way to the edge of the forest before we settle down. I'm not sure that it is safe here. And she kind of warily looks back and forth through the mist into the forest.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yes, totally agree. I'm almost been out of key as well, so pretty useless.
And
down from
she
the
stares at
tree.
you, not understanding what that is.
Oh. Must be
Yeah. So Leaf hops down from the tree.
Yeah.
Just perch, just chilling.
Did anyone see where Bartimaeus went?
I thought he was with you, Bungo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right in front of Bungo and just yell in his face.
What the hell was
What are you
that?
gonna yell at him?
Bungo!
Where'd that come from?
I'm here, you can't see me?
Oh,
No, where are you?
And I'll just tussle his hair a little bit.
I've seen this trick before. Where are your mirrors?
Yes, sure.
I don't have that much room in my bag. I can't bring mirrors.
I'm sure you do. And I'm starting looking around, like doing this, trying to find like mirrors and something weird.
You can
Wires.
still like hit him.
Yeah, I'll hit him.
And Bungo could like run into you. That's hilarious.
It's like tripping.
I'll just give him a little slap on the face.
What do you mean by mirrors, Bungo? How would mirrors work here?
Well, if you have a mirror set up correctly, then you can actually be somewhere, but it
Here, I've got more straws for
looks
you
like
to
you're
grasp.
not. What?
I said, here, I've got more straws for you to grasp.
I'm gonna start like running with my hands out, just like straight, just running.
Okay.
I don't care where I end up, just running.
Towards the sound, you mean?
Well, towards the path.
Okay,
Okay.
so you
Make
well,
it-
you guys are on the path. You're gonna keep going.
Okay,
in that
then
direction.
just keep going, just running.
Irina takes that as a signal that you guys are ready to move, and she follows after you, not running, but at a brisk. I mean, her pace is not far off from your running. Everybody else follows,
Hell yeah.
presumably.
Bungo, get back here before we lose you again. Such a child.
You've never lost me before.
I feel like we will now. If you keep running like that.
I'll slow down,
He's calmed down now.
but still kind of.
He's like scared. I'm like, hey, come here, Bungo. It's okay. Come on. I'll show you the way. So do we make it to the edge of the forest?
Yeah, you guys make your way to the forest's edge, and you kind of emerge. The road continues on to the west, curving around to the left, and both to the south and to the north of where you are, you see massive hills. The region that you're in is just very not flat, and
Hilly.
very hilly. I already said there's massive hills.
Some would say it's not flat.
Some might say it.
I'm sorry.
You can call me out on my crappy narration anytime.
I appreciate that you didn't want to use the word hill again.
Okay. You guys decide to take a short rest at the edge of the forest, do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'll do Song of Rest while we rest.
What's that do?
Everyone can add 1d6 extra to their hit points if you're injured.
Just sort of.
Thank you, Invisible Man, wherever you are.
Yeah, 1d6.
So how does
We
this...
have to roll.
Oh,
a
right.
hit. We have to roll a hit dice in order to.
Yeah, how does this work? So
It's a short rest. It's like you guys are basically chilling for 1 to 4 hours.
So how do I roll?
Kind of sitting.
Put in?
You can't be doing anything strenuous. You can choose to roll as many hit dice as you would like in order to regain HP during this time.
In order to use Danny's thing, do I have to roll?
You can. I think you can always roll
Maybe
1d6 to get your.
Oh, slash roll again?
If you would like to take that for Song of Rest.
You also add, is it just 1d6 or does it also include your proficiency or your
Space 1d6.
whatever?
I think it's just 1d6.
I think it's just 1d6.
Okay.
5.
Goes up later, but I'm not sure when.
So we get that rest point as well as our short
You
rest.
also add your Constitution bonus to it if you have a bonus for Constitution.
For Song of Rest?
No, for
Yeah, they were asking
hit
for
dice.
Song of Rest.
Oh,
If you roll your hit dice in roll 20, it'll automatically add your Constitution. So
Okay.
just do that.
I thought their hit die were 1d6s because they're squishy, but not my fault.
Awesome.
1d.
So roll as many hit dice as you would like in order to get health back.
So I just do 1d8 if I were to do the hit dice?
You just click hit dice on your thing and it'll roll for you.
Is it almost nighttime?
7.
It's getting to be kind of later
Can I do
afternoon.
more than 20 though?
You know,
Can I do
for-
more than max?
4:30 kind of thing.
Fully rested.
Okay,
Nice.
I will hit dice.
Alright.
Ah, wonderful.
It's like Pokemon. I'm fully healed now. Let's go. Take on a gym leader.
Just gang rape that gym leader.
Jesus.
I mean gang up. That's
Yes.
Of course.
Bomb
Yes.
rush.
Classic dog.
I need to read that entire thread to find out how that happened.
It's pretty random.
It
Okay.
was Mark.
What was it, Mark?
Of course it was Mark.
Just tell him the name for Mark.
Irina kind of finds a nearby tree in the areas where the forest is thinner, kind of along the edge, and just leans against it. Herself still feeling in good strength, keeping kind of a watchful eye out for any movement as you guys, bandage up your wounds and take some time to relax. Anything else while you short rest?
Yeah. You notice Gregor, while he's sitting there absentmindedly, plays with some sticks and, looking at it. Oh, accidentally snaps it. And it's like, oh, okay. Puts it away and then picks up something else and then accidentally breaks it.
There's me thinking he's gonna like stitch together a crucifix or something for his.
Yeah, like he's like being like, oh, make a little man. And then he's like, oh no, man broke. Yeah, sad man. Don't show bungo.
Yeah.
Like throws it, hits one, going, oh shit. Yeah, I guess we'll just take a nap.
That's what I'm doing. I have found a sunbeam.
A sunbeam? What's that? Oh,
I
sunbeam.
found a ray of
Sorry,
light.
I'm thinking like a beam for some
It's
reason.
like Squirtle's casting sunbeam.
Can I do something like that? It's water type.
Curled up
don't know.
in said sunbeam.
Oh, sorry, I meant.
Oh.
I mean,
I kinda
there's
wanna
not
sunbeam.
really
Let's
any
roll this, sir.
sunbeams because it's never really sunny in Barovia.
Alright, I found as much of a
But,
sunbeam as I can.
So, you find a place where there's no tree or cloud or no tree cover, and do your best to warmly curl up and take a short nap.
Sad. Where are there no sunbeam?
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna find a
It's
nice
a
tree and then
sad
do a
world.
typical cowboy kind of sleep like this. And just
A cowboy sleep? What is a cowboy
just
sleep?
kind of rest up with like your hat, but just cowboy.
Okay, he was leaning against
Just
like
leaning
a
in.
rock or something.
So it's like he's asleep or he's just kind of like thinking, but he's asleep.
Okay.
Clint
yes.
Eastwood, fistful of dollars type scene.
Yes. Yes.
Alright. Everybody else just chilling?
Yeah.
So you guys rest up for an hour or two. You kind of see that it's the sun is beginning to decline in the sky for sure. It's not certainly not dark yet. You have a good couple hours of travel time left before before it gets dark out, but you feel much better than you did after coming out of that fight with the Needle Blights, and are prepared to continue on your way.
Everyone good to go?
Yeah, let's go to this thing.
I'm feeling much better.
I see something in the distance. It's 1.3 miles to be exact.
No, you don't.
Around the hill.
It must be.
It's far too misty to be able to see that far away.
Never mind then. Yeah, let's keep going.
You see that the path ahead of you, and also this hill's in the way, but you see the path ahead of you curves around to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Mungo, let's go check out what's over there.
Well, it's all go.
Yeah, I just want you to walk with me. That's
sure.
all.
Irina, for her part, is, she's kind of looking at the position of the sun in the sky, and she rejoins the rest of the group and says, it's probably about time that we began looking for a place to spend the night.
Yep.
Let's continue down the road for a while and see if we find any safe space.
Why not cut across the road and shortcut?
So this, it's hard to tell from these lines, but this is basically a giant hill.
Yes, climb hill.
Yeah, you don't know there's road on the other side of the hill, for one thing.
That's not bad.
Send our content. Send our boy.
But
That'll work.
and also this would count as difficult terrain if you were to try to go over it.
I can still.
Well, if you want to just
can we cut through though? Like if we actually want.
if you guys decide to just trek up the hill to the side of you, then sure, you're welcome to. But
How high is this hill?
it's pretty high. Like you can tell, like you can see in the distance in the north, kind of surrounded by mist, mountains. Like you are increasingly entering a more mountainous region. So the hills are kind of getting higher and higher, rougher, and the terrain is getting rougher and rougher.
Yeah, we're not going to save any time.
No.
So,
Well, we're not even sure where this road leads.
Yeah.
So let's just stay on the road.
continue.
Alright, let's keep going. Are you still invisible?
Yep. I think so.
So
Well,
1,
maybe
2,
not yet,
3,
no, 'cause
4, 5.
Along
Four
for
rests
rest, that'd be
now.
fine, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, you could be if you want.
So how did you reappear?
It would have just faded off after. While you guys are all sitting around taking a rest, and all of a sudden, Bartimaeus just like appears, kind of sitting down, relaxing among you guys. You heard the song. You heard the song that he was playing, but you couldn't see him while he was playing it. As a note, I'm fairly generous with rules around invisibility. Technically, if you take like any kind of action or anything, it's supposed to end. But
Really?
basically, I only count it ending if you do something that's like an attack or cast an offensive spell or whatever.
Sweet, in that case. Just be invisible all the time.
Well, it costs a spell slot
Yeah.
to cast it, so
That's up to you.
and it only lasts an hour.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah, let's.
you guys carry on.
Yeah, so as we're moving along, I'm just gonna keep an eye out for places that we could sleep for the night.
Sure.
If there's any place that looks okay.
Make a perception check. You kind of look to both the left and the right, and you're kind of basically in this valley between two hills right now. It's not a very defensible position. Things could kind of come at you from either side at any point. You don't really feel safe where you are, especially with the Svalich Woods kind of both to the north and to the south of you. You don't feel like it would be safe. It would be best to look for some kind of shelter, is your impression.
Alright.
But you don't spot anything that's like, ooh, this would be good. What do you guys do? So you're going to be traveling for about an hour before you hit the next landmark.
Oh, man.
Half an hour, between half an hour and an hour.
We can keep going. We just had a short rest. So.
No, I'm just asking
Is
what you
there
do.
any food
Oh.
involved, or
Uh,
did anybody cook anything for us?
I have some leftover fish if you want some.
Oh, we should have started a fire. I could have provided and had a nice meal.
I still want to keep walking.
This
this point, we'll wait till we turn in for the night.
Yeah.
We should have done that during our short rest.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should have.
Okay.
Next time, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's getting dark, then we should be eagerly running to find some kind of
Yeah,
shelter.
let's quicken our pace.
Can we make a shelter? Like, can we break some trees and make a little fortified tent thing if we wanted to? Get him to break a tree.
Break a tree. You could cut down a tree potentially.
I want to see him break a tree. I bet you it'll be a good way to tease him to do it.
Way to tease him to do it.
But you can't break a tree, and then he'll do it.
There's not, so like the further that you get away from the forest that you exited, the less and less trees you see around you. There are kind of the occasional boulder and like various, there might be like a thin, scraggly tree here or there, but nothing that you think you could build into a shelter. Certainly not, in the couple of hours that you have until nightfall.
Alright, no worries. It was worth the crack. Cool. Let's keep walking.
Alright. You silently wander down the path, heading towards, you discover another crossroads. I should bring up my notes here. You see that the old Svalich Road, which you guys have been traveling on, the main road through Barovia, transitions here from being a winding path through the mountains to a lazy trail on the left that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the distance, you see that the path winds around and seems to kind of head back into another section of the forest. And you see to your left, a branch in the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. All of you make a perception check.
Dear God.
Yeah, not seeing much today, but
No.
Good thing I'm walking beside Albrecht.
yeah.
Albrecht, as a cool breeze kind of comes downwind from the direction of the windmill, you catch a whiff of something that smells delicious. Some kind of, like you would swear it was some kind of like baked good.
It's a happy meal to me.
Bartimaeus, do you think this is the windmill? Is that
I own.
your deed?
That I own.
Is this your windmill, Bartimaeus?
You came from a window? Cool.
Yeah, do we recognize this windmill from the pictures in the house?
I mean, it's a fairly standard looking windmill. The general, like the rough outline of it in the distance does appear to be similar to the family crest which you saw in the house, yes.
I smell some baked goods coming from this windmill. Maybe we should see if it is some windmill from your deed, and even if it is not, maybe it's a good place to stay the night.
Baked goods always mean a good place to stay.
Like he said. Is this place... It's not abandoned, right? Like you said, it was just like area looking.
You know, it's just like it's clearly old. You can tell at this distance. You can tell that it's quite dilapidated, but it's you can't tell whether it's abandoned or not.
I think it's time to kick out these squatters.
He pulls his sword and says, "Onward."
Well, if you smell baked goods, these sound like there could be some pretty decent people here.
Yeah.
Let's go check that
It's a
out.
possibility, yeah.
See, we're making an assumption though that
Also-
people who bake are nice.
This
Yes.
could be a trap to
That's a fair
us,
assumption.
considering it's related to the death house.
Wait, what do you mean?
The windmill deed is from the death house. You know,
Was
I think
was
that's
it?
a good point.
Pardon me, is this true?
Yeah.
You lying to us?
No, we all knew it.
Oh, I didn't.
Irina,
Little
actually,
pause.
Nicole wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Because he was not with you guys before when you got the deed.
What else am I harboring?
Alright, so which is worse? Going into a space where potentially Strahd's minions can't get us, or staying out here and find what
Turn to Arena and give her questioning glance.
Yeah, Irina kind of, she's listening to you guys talk. You tell that she usually kind of sits back and listens to your judgment before forming her own opinions. She takes note that you're asking her, and she thinks for a moment and says, "It's a tough call to make. Obviously, we run the risk of encountering people who are on Strahd's side. On the other hand, our other option is to make camp out in the wilderness, and that's not exactly the safest either. It's really a matter of what we think the lesser of two evils are."
Baked goods.
Baked goods. Baked goods. That's what
Or sleeping in the wilderness.
Well, also, the death house wasn't that bad. Like, it sucked, but we made it out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
Yes. I don't want to meet any Needle Blights again anytime soon.
Yeah, Irina, not that I don't trust you with your sword or anything, but why don't we go in front just to make sure that everything's okay? 'Cause we are supposed to be protecting you.
Yeah. We certainly are.
She looks a little miffed at you. She kind of scowls and says, like, "Listen, I knew I couldn't make this journey alone, but I don't want you to think of me as some weak, helpless damsel who can't take care of herself."
Not at all. You hold your own. I don't think of you like that at all.
"Then let's approach the windmill together."
Sure.
I will lead the way, little woman.
Everyone filing behind Gregor, as always. Tank first.
Okay.
It's like how they do in World War II, right? They just like army behind them.
It's the combined arms approach where, yeah, my arms are what you're combining with.
You guys head down the road, and
It'd be cool to do like a cooking feat. Someone can like cook stuff for us and give us insane health.
I can play the bagpipes. Does that help?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's actually kind of sweet.
Sword,
Pretty cool.
bagpipes. Does anyone else have any cool abilities that they want to share now as well? Fraser?
Yeah, you've seen all my cool abilities.
Okay.
so Gregor is leading, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be up there with him, right beside him.
Okay.
Alright.
You just get this map set up, and then I will bring you to it. So... There's too many of you guys. It takes me forever just to drag all your icons in.
I really thought you were just going to say, drag all your asses over.
Well, basically. Okay. So actually I'll show you this.
Black bit. So, Bonegrinder, does this windmill look familiar to you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah?
So as you get closer, you see the onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
Oh, that's a great sign.
Shoot the raven.
Would I be able to distinguish between a natural raven and one that would be like magical in nature, as in a familiar of some sort?
You could try to. You could certainly with like a detect magic spell or something. Or you could try to just see if there's anything.
Are you gonna shoot a fireball then?
I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic, I think.
Sure.
Are you gonna wait 10 minutes or?
No, I'm just gonna cast it. Oh, I don't have prepared. I'm like, nope, not gonna do that.
Okay.
I say soldier, shoot the bird. Pardon me, do it.
It's maybe a pet.
I don't have
There's
a
no
bow.
reason to.
Oh, you don't have a
Throw
bow?
a dagger at it though.
Do you want to shoot it, Mongo?
It's a bird.
Okay, forget you.
Ravens are smart animals.
You should do it. Don't you like birds?
There's no reason to shoot it.
Why you want to shoot the bird?
Quiet, little man. And I put my hand on, what's your character's name again? I put my hand on Nikoa's head and say, listen to Albrecht. And I turn Nikoa's head to like look at Albrecht.
What's Aubrey doing? Are you doing the trip?
No, I don't see the reason to. If this raven is indeed dangerous, he has already warned people inside of the windmill.
Very good point.
Make an insight check, Albrecht.
Sure.
As you are kind of observing this raven.
I'm not good at insight.
You're not.
Someone else want to do it?
So you do notice that this raven is not hopping and squawking. Like it's pointing at you and hopping, like the party, and hopping and squawking as you guys approach. It doesn't appear to be like you don't get the sense that it's alerting somebody else. You get the sense that it's like it's squawking at you. After kind of a couple minutes of doing this, it takes off and begins flying off to the north, kind of over the forest that you guys see behind the window.
Noted.
You should have shot it. Oh,
It
okay.
heads north, you said?
Yep. As you guys get closer and closer to the door of the windmill, which is atop this fairly large hill, you guys kind of see off in the distance at the base of the hill on the other side, just before the forest, kind of at the forest edge, you see a ring of 4 squat megaliths, kind of just arranged in a ring outside the forest. And it's a fair amount in the distance from the windmill, but at the top of the hill you can see it fairly clearly. There are several ravens circling the air above the stones.
Would I know any reason, like magical purposes, religious purposes of constructing something like that?
Make a history check.
Can I help him on that?
Sure.
Can I do a religious check?
Library knowledge.
It'd be a history check, if anything. And these guys are already doing it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. You know that historically, humans were the race that were likely to erect these types of things. They often represent either deities or places of importance to ancient humans. Chances are, if you were to find somebody who was a scholar of this land or a priestly figure, perhaps they might be able to tell you the exact details of these particular megaliths. But they are some kind of ritualistic ancient monument, probably erected by humans many, many years ago.
Okay. Interesting. Well, Gregor, what do you say we knock on the door?
Yes. I walk up to the door and give it a big ol' knockaroo.
Okay. You give it a big old knockaroo.
Good.
And you kind of hear it echo in the space beyond. You wait for a moment, and nobody seems to come to the door.
It's a good sign. Let's just head right on in.
Why don't we send our familiars in there and scout the place?
Well, are there any openings? That'll make.
We can open the door a bit and then just send them in.
I think maybe a small enclosed place like this is more. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Barnaby.
Barnaby.
Yeah, maybe Barnaby is better suited to that than the cannon.
Okay.
That's an enclosed area.
Yeah. Is the door like fully closed, or is there like a little bit of space underneath, maybe?
It's like a rough wooden door. Yeah, I would say Barnaby can probably find a little crack or something to slither through. Sure.
Okay. All right, Barnaby, it's time to do your job, and I kind of just go down it up. And then I tell him to just scout out the area and come back if there's anything, if you see anybody alive. And then I'm gonna also like kind of see through his mind, his vision as well.
Okay. Barnaby finds kind of a little corner of the door, which he manages to slither through. And this is what he sees inside. So it looks as though the ground floor of this place has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, you hear toads croaking, although you're unable to tell from where.
Okay, I'll relay that information to everyone. And I'll be like, there's definitely someone in here. There's live chickens and toads being kept in there.
So they're probably out at the moment, and that is why they have not.
Or they could be upstairs.
Alright.
So something that strikes you about the, like, this is not a, it's not a house, it's a windmill. It's quite large. If somebody were on the upper floors, for example, they might not be able to hear your knocking.
Oh, okay.
But
so I guess Barnaby's staying there.
No, we may as well try to go in. Sure,
It's safe to enter.
Yeah, it's safe to enter.
Can
Yeah.
Barnaby go upstairs ahead of us?
Yeah, sure. I'll send Barnaby up there.
If his man who keeps birds, maybe unwise to send Snake into his house.
Barnaby will be fine.
Okay.
I'll eat the birds.
Oh god.
Alright. Push open
Plus,
the door.
they're chickens, right?
Maybe
so
he-
Gregor just goes for it
He keeps
anyways.
birds of prey. Well, the snake can go upstairs. I want to look around the ground floor.
Okay, Gregor pushes open the door, oops, as Barnaby begins making his way up the stairs, and you enter. Something that you noticed that Barnaby didn't, is as soon as you open the door, the sweet smell of pastries blends horridly with a stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor seems to come out of an open, upright barrel that's just standing in the center of the room.
Oh god. Sounds
Okay.
like a trap, but let's go in.
You feel a warmth kind of issuing from a brick oven that's against one wall, and you see the crumbling staircase which ascends from the wall opposite. So that thing in the bottom left is the oven.
I'll look at the barrel.
And from upstairs, you hear softly shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up. And they kind of send shivers down your spine as you hear them.
What do I know about hags or witches?
It's an interesting question. Make an, I'm going to say Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm going to turn into a squirrel or something.
I mean, not technically. That would be a wizard. That's just the opposite of. Sorry, was it Arcana? Yeah. I can turn into a squirrel, pal.
Oh, well, that's why you're on our team. So you turn me into a normal human again.
So what do you know about hags? You know that there are different kinds of hags, such as green hags and night hags. They are resistant to most non-magical things. Very resilient creatures. They can't be charmed, as they themselves are masters of the arcane. And that they frequently they bond in groups, covens, which they all need to kind of be close to one another in order to perform their magics. And they are also capable of in some cases changing night hags in particular are capable of changing their shape. Actually, no, all hags are capable of changing their shape to appear like something else.
So would this seem like a place that a hag would see and be like, yeah, I like this, I'm gonna stay here.
I mean,
It's just like
you know that hags,
listed, you know?
they're humanoids. They can kind of dwell in a variety of places. You know, some like a lot of green hags like will chill in a forest, for example, or might have their own shelters, much like druids might. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing in particular. Like this, sure, this could be hospitable for a hag, but
Are hags all evil?
Okay.
Are there any good hags?
in the sense that, I mean, every group of anything, there's better and worse, right? Hags do have a reputation for being evil creatures.
Okay, so we attack them one side.
Alright, says the snake man again.
My character's the neutral one. Like, jeez, man. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, Gregor's going in. I'm going in.
Yeah, what's in this
you may as well
weird,
go.
nasty barrel?
Yeah, I'll go in.
Don't look good. It's good.
I'm gonna go in and go straight for the chicken.
You guys have control over your characters, so
I'll go to the
move yourselves to wherever you go.
Is Barnaby going up the stairs still?
I'm not moving around.
Yeah, sure, as long as you continue that command to go. Okay.
Where are the chickens?
The chicken coop is to the. Where is the chicken coop? I think. Okay, that's the chest. That's the wardrobe. Should have kept better track of this. The chicken coop is kind of like mixed around with the. It's a thing in the this thing in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can I look into the wardrobe?
Okay, one thing at a time.
Smelly barrel.
Barnaby heads up. Okay, so yeah, I'll do the smelly barrel first. You approach the barrel, and you see that it is holding a glistening greenish black liquid.
Oh, delicious.
It smells horrid, and you're not really sure what it is. But it looks thick and sticky.
Alright, I'm gonna put some of it in
You're gonna take something like, oh, sweet.
in one of my empty flasks.
Okay, you take out a flask, you pull the stopper out of it, and you dip it into the liquid. Warily. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to have any effect on your hand. You are able to kind of... Okay. Sure. It's thick, so it goes in. You manage to get some, but you kind of have to fiddle, do a couple of scoops with it.
Yeah.
You manage to get a good vial of it, and you stop it. You now have a vial of greenish black liquid.
Flask, but
Flask, yeah, flask.
okay. Cool.
Black liquid.
It smells terrible. Might be useful later.
Meanwhile, Barnaby heads up the stairs.
Let's kill some bitches.
Hello.
Barnaby slithers up the stairs, and he sees
Ew.
a haggard, heavy-set... let me drag this over. Sees a haggard, heavy-set old woman with a face as wrinkled as a boiled apple. She seems to be sweeping the floor, pushing around a few old bones, and stirring up a cloud of white dust with her broom as she's sweeping. She wears what appears to be a blood-stained, flour-caked apron. A long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled up mound of gray hair. Bodkin's like a long hairpin. The dirt-caked windows allow very little light to enter this 8-foot-high chamber, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. There is a stone staircase adjacent, which continues up towards the sound of the cackling, which you guys heard on the bottom floor, appears to be coming from the floor above the one that Barnaby is on.
The second Barnaby sees this, he just rushes down the stairs and back to me.
Okay. And the old woman is kind of like, she's like humming a tune as she like sweeps the upper floor.
Oh yeah, relay to everyone and say, guys, we should be quiet. There's an old lady who looks pretty ugly upstairs.
Nothing wrong with old ladies. Ladies of old and young alike are Gregor's specialty. Hello!
Okay, so just before you shout hello, what were the things that other people were doing? You were examining the chicken coop?
I would like a chicken.
Oh my god.
You would like a chicken. Okay.
This is great.
I would like to eat a chicken.
Oh, good God, man.
Could I easily take a chicken?
Yeah, that I want short.
Yeah, so you walk over to the chicken coop and you see that there's 3 chickens, a rooster, and what appears to be kind of a few laid eggs just kind of sitting around the coop. It's not locked or anything. You lift one of the things, and you lift the door, and you're able to scoop out a chicken.
All right, now I
It's gonna be a person turn chicken.
like to bring out my dagger.
Okay.
Cutting it up.
Oh god.
And I would like to hold said chicken down gently
Oh my god, Megan, what is
Okay.
this?
and then kill it in the head.
In the head.
It's not the best way to kill a chicken, PS.
I know, you're
Want to
supposed
wring
to...
its neck.
I know, but... Oh, yeah, I guess I could bring its neck.
Too late. You did.
Yeah,
Don't read
Stabbed
it.
it.
Yeah,
Stabbed it in
you
the
you
brain.
bring up, you hold the chicken down like firmly against the ground. It's kind of like you know chicken holding their heads, just like frantically looking around, like what the hell is going on, and you just bring your dagger down into its head. The body continues to like squirm for a while in your grasp as blood begins to run out of its now stabbed head. And eventually, though, it stops moving. You're looking in the cabinet.
Or wardrobe, is that what you said?
Whatever. Yeah, a wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you open it up, you see wooden bowls full of herbs and baking ingredients, including flour, sugar, several gourds of powdered bone.
Powdered bone?
Yep.
Okay.
You use it for like logs and stuff, right? Cooking.
Hanging on the inside of the cabinet doors, you see a dozen locks of hair. Amid various concoctions are 3 small labeled containers, which appear to hold elixirs. The first elixir, labeled Youth, is labeled Youth, and it seems to contain a golden syrup. The second elixir is labeled Laughter, and it appears to be kind of red and watery. And the third elixir is a greenish milky liquid, and it's labeled Mother's Milk.
Alright, I take the youth one and I store it.
Okay.
I take the laughter one and say, hey Bartimaeus, you might enjoy this. And I give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
And who wants some mother's milk? I got this other
Milk?
elixir. Yeah.
Yes!
Here you go. You are all aware that we do know someone is home, and now we are robbing them and taking their chickens.
So at this point, Barnaby has then relayed the information to Fraser, and Fraser relays the information to Gregor, and Gregor yells "Hello!" At which point you hear the cackling continues, but you hear kind of a shifting upstairs of like somebody moving,
Gosh. Okay.
and you kind of hear a broom dropped to the ground, and the old woman, which Barnaby had seen, begins warily descending the staircase.
Can I see her yet?
Yes, she's at the top of the stairs, and she's like, Who is this?
Hello, my lovely woman.
He should have been the barn.
She like looks down at you all. Did I? Oh, I didn't. Oh dear. Give me 1 second.
Oh dear.
1 second. No, I just have some visuals, but I forgot to get them for you guys. The person that you see is very old and very weathered. She looks like that. Long nails, missing teeth, and she's looking down at you all very kind of suspiciously, grasping onto the railing of the staircase. She's like, "Who is this then? Who's this who's come to my windmill?"
It is us, your new friends. Oh, my beauty.
She's like, "Oh, well," and she kind of like fixes her hair a little bit. She's like, "Have you come to buy some dream pastries? I've got a fresh batch in the oven."
We smelled something delicious.
Oh, they are very delicious. Fresh batch, if any of you are interested. I am selling them for, how much is selling it for? One gold piece for one pastry.
How about we get 13 for 12 gold pieces?
A baker's dozen. She's like, "Certainly, I can give you 13. We only currently have how many? Too many things here. There are only 12 fresh ones in the oven currently, but I do have more upstairs if you would like.
Well, 12 will be fine. For 12 gold.
Excellent. You'll enjoy them very much, I'm sure. They are made with the finest of ingredients. Very, very proud of my recipe.
I hand her the gold pieces. What types of meat?
She very kind of quickly snatches the gold out of your hand and puts it in a pocket in her apron, and she begins kind of limping her way down the stairs. And she says, Now, I cannot tell you my secret ingredients."
I hope it is human meat.
She makes her way down the stairs and begins heading toward the oven. She's like, "They should be just about ready now."
Can I sweep the bloody chicken to the side?
Make a sleight of hand check as you attempt to sneakily
You get a crit.
move this chicken. As she's kind of walking towards you, you try to kind of sneakily hide this chicken.
No.
As she comes across, she notices that the cabinet is open, and that there is a bloody chicken that you're kind of trying to slowly push with your foot off to the side. And she kind of looks up angrily and she's like, "Been going through my things, have you?"
You say,
I like chicken. I'm sorry.
Oh, my beauty, my beauty! We would like to buy chicken too. Come. I stroke her hair gently. How many gold pieces for chicken? We don't want conflict.
She looks frustrated and she's like, and she doesn't answer you just yet. She turns to Fraser and she's like, "And you? Been going through my cupboards, have you?"
No.
just outright.
He's like, "The doors are open. They weren't open when I headed upstairs."
Wasn't me.
Make a deception check.
I'm not in the house. I'm just kind of leaning in by the door, just like looking at you guys.
Albert's just chilling outside.
Ah, yeah, I haven't brought myself in yet.
Can I give myself guidance on it?
Yes. I think you can.
I forget what that does, actually.
It gives you an extra d4 to add to your check.
I don't know why.
Ooh.
She rolled a 16 on her inside check.
Oh.
She looks at you suspiciously. She's like, very well. Dearie, I would appreciate if you didn't kill any more of my chickens.
I promise, I'll just eat this one. We'll pay you for it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, I'm sure that we could get another chicken for 10 gold pieces at the market.
Technically, your chicken is on Bartimaeus' property.
It might flash from ID.
Now let's not be too hasty.
What's this
gentlemen.
now? What's this?
Oh no, it's you're fools.
She reaches out. She reaches out with her. She reaches out with her like old, long-nailed fingers and like takes the deed from you and holds it in front of her face and begins kind of, reading it. And she's like, "This is nonsense. This windmill has been abandoned for many years. No. This simply cannot be real." And she hands it back to you.
I assure you it is. The owner gave it to me herself.
Oh? And who is this owner exactly?
They're a family that used to live in Bavaria. Bavaria?
Bavaria?
Oh, yeah.
Barovia.
Barovia.
Where is a town in Germany?
It's like, and what is the name of this family?
The dirt?
Durst.
The Durst.
I have never heard of any Dursts, and I have been to Barovia selling my dream pastries on many an occasion.
Oh, it was a while ago. I'm actually quite old myself. I'm about 120 years.
Is that so?
Yeah, we tieflings live quite long.
Well, I'm afraid that me and my daughters have set up our business here, and we don't intend to leave.
Where are your daughters?
My daughters are upstairs.
Oh, bring them down.
It's just seconds.
Hey, easy little boy.
Perhaps we work out some deal where you own building, they live in building, and you get percentage of profits.
Ooh.
Our lovely woman here is as intelligent as she is beautiful. I'm sure she will see this is in everyone's interest.
We'll take 6% of your sales on your baked goods, and that's it.
6%.
And a chicken.
And the chicken.
She's like, she looks like a little bit angry that you're even suggesting this, and says, "How about I give you a discount on our dream pastries, and you leave this place alone? I assure you that once you have one, you will see that it is quite worth what I'm offering you."
I don't think you realize, as a landlord, I'd be very good. I'd mow your lawn, I'd do your garden, everything.
Make a persuasion check.
I know you're long.
Oh, yes, that would be nice.
Need some young men around here.
Yeah, that's right.
what I say.
I could use this.
Oh,
They're
no.
strong hands.
Please fail.
She's like, "I don't believe a word of what you're saying. Nobody has come to this windmill in many, many years."
Then where do you sell your dream? What are they? Dream pastries?
Why are they called dream pastries?
She motions to the cart that's
Oh, yeah.
taking up a lot of space.
We
in
bought
the
12
room.
of them though, so we'll find
I
out.
got 12.
I bought 12. I already gave my gold away.
She, She
Alright.
motions to a
Like,
large
like
cart
weed.
in the middle of the room, and she says,
Like shrooms.
I take my cart
Sorry.
into the nearby towns and
Oh, man.
sell them to the various villagers. I make quite a good profit. See, like I said, my dream pastries are most delicious, made with the finest ingredients in all the land.
You said there were bones on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Can I do like a quick perception check to see what kind of bones they are?
I'm gonna say do an investigation check.
Okay. And my guidance is still less.
You can like keep casting it if it's a cantrip,
Yes.
unless there's some reason why you wouldn't be able to.
So guided.
Got you a bottle opener, bud.
Ooh, 14.
14? You rolled persuasion.
Oh shit.
Investigation is the roll.
Yeah.
Oh, so now Zach has a bottle opener?
15. You, I didn't have a bottle.
No, but there was one in the case.
Oh, perfect.
Or is
You
that?
guys keep that here.
It's in his bag.
That's pretty cool.
You are not able to identify what bones these come from. They are fairly small. You kind of think like, oh, they could be for like an animal of some kind, like a dog or something. But you're not able to tell exactly what they are, and they are kind of. There's not like a ton of them, but there's like a few scattered across the floor. She's like, anyways, let me get you your dream pastries. I'm a woman of my word, after all. She turns around and she opens up the oven, and she kind of takes a towel that's kind of sitting on the side of it, and wraps it around her hands, reaches into the oven, and pulls out a tray of 12 pastries, all kind of lined up, 3 rows of 4. And brings them out, and she sets them turns around and sets them on top of the chicken coop, and says, please, help yourselves.
Ah, my beauty, you should have the first one.
She's like, oh, I'm not a big sweet tooth myself. I don't eat my own products very often.
But you're nothing but skin and bones. You're so thin. You should have one.
Silent.
She make a persuasion check, actually.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, boo. Yep.
Yeah, her rolls.
Unconvinced.
She's like, no. You paid for them. I want you all to enjoy them. You can save some for later. No need to eat them all right now.
Ah, Bungo. Here, try one.
Go on, do it.
I put it in my pocket.
No, eat, my son.
My son.
I don't know what just came out.
Greg was turning an interesting character.
Very father.
Who keeps being brought to the brink of death and coming back? It does something to you. I don't.
Soon
Oh,
we sold
Asper,
person.
why do you call these dream pastries?
There's no magic, nothing to worry about, just delicious pastry.
Of course, there's no magic.
Of course,
I'm not
so
worried
eat
about
pastry.
Eat, kid, eat.
She's like, because they're just so dreamy.
Okay.
Sounds delicious. I would eat one if I were you, Bungo.
That.
Trust
Then why
me.
don't you have one? Go
Trust
ahead.
me, you
Yeah.
will not regret it.
I must watch my figure. Carol persuasion against Bungo.
No, when it's player versus player interactions for persuasion, you just have to actually persuade them.
I'm on the fence. Can we do that anyways?
Oh, if you want to.
All right,
but I don't know
yeah.
what you would be against. Your life.
Let's just roll a 1d20.
Okay, sure.
Let's make the DC. Let's make. Oh, okay. You're just both
Just
gonna roll on it.
competition.
Okay.
You're in the pastry.
Alright, I take it out of my pocket and throw it all in my mouth.
Okay. You bite into it, and it is delicious. find this stupid. I have way too many notes.
Are we doing what you thought we'd do?
Well, I mean, I am prepared for this for sure. It's just this.
Right into his plan. Well, Bungo, good having you on the team, man.
I think I may have forgotten to write this down. Okay.
Don't worry, I have a plan for this.
Oh, yeah? You do? Because you have 12 or 11 now.
Well, I know. I just thought buy a dozen dream pastries. That seems like the thing to do.
Okay.
You don't go to the sugar shack and not buy some syrup. You don't go to the slaughterhouse and not buy a steak. You know. You don't go to the creepy windmill and not buy some pastries.
You bite into the dream pastry, and it tastes amazing. It's both sweet and savory. The pastry part just flaking in your mouth, amazingly. The meat tastes just absolutely delicious, and you just absolutely love it.
Mouth gasping.
Basically, yes.
Switching to the DMG.
Okay, here we are. Yeah, it tastes like a mincemeat pie, but like the best mincemeat pie that you have ever had. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Poison?
Nope.
Probably get health.
Deliciousness. It's like the slurm from Futurama.
Yeah.
Everybody around Bungo sees as he's like chewing into it and he swallows kind of the last of it. He just kind of like stands up and his eyes just kind of like glaze over, like he's in absolute bliss, and he just stands there silently, just kind of like staring off into space with this joyful expression on his face.
Bungo, how is it?
Bungo is unable to answer you.
Oh, okay.
Bongo, it's magic.
Bungo, what is the matter? Why do you not see anything? Bungo, old woman, disgusting hag person. Why did you poison friend?
She's like, he is not poisoned. He is having the time of his life. Please, try one. And she picks up the tray and she begins like handing it out to all of you. She's like, you will not regret it.
Wait, we're not paying for these though, right?
Hey,
You have already paid.
Oh, he bought them?
He bought a dozen.
Oh dear. Sounds like a modern day roofie, but this
Yeah.
I
one.
myself prefer my meat raw, I say, as I start plucking the chicken.
Oh boy.
Sean, what's your character? Fraser?
Yes.
Fraser, cast thaumaturgy on me if I give you a wink.
What kind of?
You can't cast thaumaturgy on another
Oh yes.
person.
Oh, really?
Can't do that.
Isn't it touch? No?
I think it's
Self?
yourself.
Oh.
I can give you guidance.
No, I just want to have a booming voice.
Oh. You probably have a pretty loud voice for a lion.
She's like, I assure you, your friend is just fine. Please, have a dream pastry.
Dude,
Maybe
it's-
someone should ask about where her daughters are, because
you're
apparently they're upstairs still, but yeah, we didn't see them. Or Barnaby didn't see them. Just wondering.
Barnaby is down there with you. He returned to Fraser after scouting the next one.
As I'm plucking her chicken, I say to her,
It's a euphemism.
you know, I'm also I'm legitimately plucking a chicken. I say to her, I'm sure that he is having the time of his life, just as much fun as I'm going to have eating part of your chicken. But listen, I'd like to make a deal with you. I roast a wonderful chicken, and I can only assume, since you have this chicken coop, that you enjoy eating chickens as well.
Those chickens are for eggs, my dear.
Oh!
Well,
Eat the chickens.
you know, she's already dead, so we may as well make the best of it. And I roast.
Pastries need eggs, you see. They're not for eating.
So what's the meat inside them?
I told you, I'm not going to give away my secret recipe.
Well, I'm trying to make the best of a sticky situation here. I feel just awful about killing your chicken. My instincts just come on.
I am not interested in food right now. Me and my daughters have already eaten. Please, have a dream pastry, or store them for later, and then be on your way.
Yes, we will store for later.
You are beginning to wear out your welcome.
How heavy are dream pastries?
Negligible.
4 pounds.
I mean, if you're carrying 12 of them, like maybe a pound, like...
And each.
No, not a pound each, no.
It's not like a hungry man dish of food?
They're pastries, they're not like...
Like butter tarts?
Like
Yeah,
bigger, they're like
they're-
mincemeat pies.
They're
Okay,
rich.
I'll do 0.3 pounds.
Rich in
Sure.
calories,
Fat.
for sure.
Alright, at this point, I'm just gonna level with her. To be honest, Miss, I didn't get your name actually. What is your name?
My name is Morgantha.
Oh, Morgantha. Well, I am Leaf. These are my companions. You see our friend Irina here. We are traveling. And unfortunately, we have nowhere to stay for the night. And we hear that it's very dangerous out in the wood and amongst the hills. So, I wonder if we can't stay here. Is there somewhere else that you know we could stay that is safe?
No, you couldn't stay here, no. But, you're welcome to camp outside the windmill if you would like. We don't get too many visitors around here. I'm sure you'd be safe enough. But not here, not in my windmill, no.
No, why not? Perhaps your daughters would enjoy some masculine company.
No, I don't believe that they would.
Oh,
no.
you should ask them. Hello, daughters! I shout louder this time.
Yeah, you hear the cackling kind of from in the distance kind of stop for a second. But, you know, you wait, you know, like...
Morgantha's
15
daughters!
15 seconds or so, and it continues. They seem to have ignored you.
Let me go ask them, and I'll start walking.
He's like, no!
I
Take your dream pastries and go!
Do we want
Just keep
Yeah,
walking.
I'll just keep going up, yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Bungo does not move. He just kind of... He stands there with this blissful expression on his face, just kind of staring off at nothing, seemingly like in some kind of trance. I'm gonna say you're a little closer. So Gregor, you go marching up the stairs.
Mhm. As if, like, ignoring her now.
Okay.
As she
Do
completes the project.
others follow?
I'd follow her.
Sweet.
Albrecht heads up the stairs as well.
I think
At this point, I guess I kind
Nicola,
of...
you were inside. I just forgot.
No, I was by the door.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna...
Albrecht, there is something
I'll just
fishy here.
keep an eye on
Let's see
Bungo.
what daughters are all about.
Yeah, perhaps the same idea. Gregor.
Sorry, you do what, Nicola?
Oh, I'm just gonna keep an eye on Bongo.
Okay,
Like
so Nicola
staring.
stays downstairs. Leaf, Barnaby, Bartimaeus. Leaf, Fraser, Bartimaeus. There. What do you guys do?
I'm plucking my chicken.
Okay, you stay plucking your chicken.
I'm just worried.
I'll
looking
actually
at
go
Bongo,
help
just
Leaf
kind
fuck
of...
the chicken.
Okay.
Thanks, partner.
Morgantha
I'll share.
is kind of frustrated that you are like openly, you know, plucking her chicken in front of her, which she didn't want dead in the first place. Fraser, what do you do?
How much time do I have until, like, they're like upstairs? Like, how much-
Well, I mean, it's like a split second. Like right now, they're heading upstairs. Are you gonna go with them, or are you chilling for a bit?
Oh, I'll stay.
Okay. Okay. Morgantha begins following after you guys, and she's like, hold on now, hold on. I didn't give you permission to... She's kind of like nagging at you for like invading her house as you two continue up the stairs.
That's what we're doing.
She's like, come now. Take your dream pastries and leave us alone. Be gone from this place, be gone. And you continue up the stairs.
Yes. Yeah, up the second set.
Oh no.
Jesus, too bad he doesn't hear anything.
Really something suspicious.
Man, we're just
I've never done anything where you just pretend you don't understand. Just like, yeah, what? Yeah,
Yeah, just
I'll
a
be
shit
upstairs.
disturbing company. Just go around causing ruckus.
Well, if we did, we'd just be like, oh, sorry, bye.
We'll disturb someone else. Come across them.
You could have taken your dream pastries and gone.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, another house.
There's something suspicious. I don't know why my friend Bungo's all spacey.
He's a hobbit.
Suspicious.
Okay.
No, that doesn't look good.
Whoa, who are these lovely ladies?
What have we gotten ourselves into?
That's
This is the ring.
It looks like the ring, yeah.
Lucky for me, I can teleport.
Lucky for me, I'll just jump out the window.
See ya!
Everyone just like jumps down.
It's a badge. I like kick open the window. I'm like, Gregor needs to grab me and
Dancing around
Yes.
a thick wooden gear shaft in the center of this cramped circular room are two ugly young women wearing silk shawls and gowns of what appear to be stitched flesh.
Fat flesh?
Um,
You said flesh?
Long needles stick out of their tangled mops of black hair, and the women are cackling with glee, just laughing. You kind of get it, Gregor, as you reach the top of the stairs. You get a closer look of what it is that they're so entertained by. You see in a rotting wooden closet there are 3 crates stacked one on top of another with small doors set into them. Next to the closet there's a heap of discarded clothing, and a ladder climbs to a wooden trap door in the 9-foot-high ceiling. There's a moldy bed with a tattered canopy, which is kind of to your left as you reach the top of the stairs. And you see that one of the doors of the crates is open, and they appear to be kind of huddled around it with something in their hands, kind of poking at something. And you keep hearing like, ow, ow, like a child crying out in pain. And every time it cries out in pain, they're just like, like cackling as they do it.
It's a really good cat.
Yeah.
Oh god.
They as they kind of hear you, they hear their mother coming to the top of the stairs, nagging you guys, and hear this big guy get to the top of the stairs. They both
60 pounds of man coming up the stairs.
You see the door. You see them. The door to the crate just like slams shut, and they both turn around to look at you. And you see that they're both holding like a sewing needle in their hands. And
sewing club.
yeah, and they're like, "Mother, who is this?" And Morgantha, who is kind of standing on the stairs, like tugging at Albrecht's clothing, is like, "These men, I told them to go away. They won't leave."
Little daughters, beautiful little daughters. I have gifts for you. What are you doing up here?
That's none of your business.
But if you tell me, you might get a gift.
That's not creepy.
It's like, we don't need no gift from you.
And I pull out of my backpack the human flesh cloak, and I say, you sure you don't want gift from Gregor?
Sounds like exactly.
They look at you suspiciously, and even more Gantha kind of like lets go of Albrecht's clothes and like looks, and is like, interesting. Would not expect one of your kind to carry such a cloak.
I have eclectic taste.
See ever.
Nonetheless, you must leave this place now.
Is this the daughter talking? Or
This is Morgantha. The daughter's just kind of eyeing you warily.
One moment, daughters. What are you doing first? Before I go, I'll go soon, very soon.
In the walks.
And I'll like step a little further into the room. Where's my guy?
Yeah.
There we go.
You should like knock over the boxes. Like oh, my big hands, sorry.
Okay.
I tripped. Oh no.
While this interaction is happening, you guys downstairs, are you all just kind of chilling, doing your thing? You hear some commotion up on what you assume is the 3rd floor,
Ugh.
but you're not really able to make out what's being said or what's being done.
The chicken is flapped and I am eating a raw drumstick.
Okay, you just literally ripped a bloody drumstick off of this chicken and begin eating it.
Good.
Protein.
Have we
like-
checked out that cupboard yet
The
here?
blood or what?
This one.
Yeah, Bartimaeus
Peek
checked
into that
out.
one.
Oh, you checked. They haven't checked out the chest.
Yeah, the chest. I'll check that.
Okay, you want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what's it?
As you approach the wooden trunk, you see that it has tiny holes bored into its lid, and the croaking noise that you had heard, but weren't sure where it came from. As you approach the chest, you realize that the croaking noise is coming from inside the chest.
It's croaking, right?
So, do you want to fog?
Sounds like toads.
Can I inspect it any more than that, or is that all I'm going to see from it?
Yeah, I mean, make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Hey Zach, just a quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry, how do you figure out your hit points?
How do you?
Sorry, your armor class.
Your armor class should be whatever your armor that you're wearing is,
Yeah.
plus your dexterity. And if
Okay.
you have any bonuses from anything else, then
Okay, so mine was 16.
you're wearing leather armor.
Monks don't
Yeah.
wear. Well, they shouldn't wear armor.
What are you wearing?
A tunic thing, but I'm not sure.
Monks are like
okay.
barbarians. They don't
No,
wear armor.
I missed.
No, but my dex is 3. No, I just asked a question. That's all.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was like, what?
My dex is 3 though, so
Getting stabbed.
It's your dex plus your constitution.
okay, but to 10 type of thing. Is that
Yeah,
what it
10
is?
plus your dex and your constitution modifier.
You get
Okay, so it's
Fires.
14 then. Okay.
Yes.
Whoa,
You don't get constitution.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Doesn't count for AC.
Sorry, I totally
Yeah, for
ruined the
monks
mood
it
there.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
You can tell from the number of croaks that you're hearing as you approach that there is many toads inside this chest.
Okay.
But you do not glean anything else from it. There's clearly air holes have been poked in it, but it just seems to be a normal wooden chest.
Fraser, should we release these? Your snake might be hungry, right?
My snake doesn't like toads.
Good point.
Well, if there's no treasure, I think I'll go back to the chicken.
Okay.
See, it's actually not your constitution, it's your wisdom modifier.
Really?
Dex and wisdom.
So it's dex and wisdom.
Yes.
So I am 16 then. Ho
Okay, back up on the top floor.
Sorry guys. Thanks.
What do? You've now approached them. They're eyeing you warily as you come.
Hey, I see you are fans of sewing. I myself am an expert sewer. And I take out my sewing kit. Now, what were you doing up here? What were you sewing? Or making?
That's none of your business.
Are you sure it is not?
I'm very sure it's not.
Eh,
Our
guess-
mother told you to leave.
Yes. Well, let me just see what you're doing over here. And I just kind of go over and look at the crates. Open one.
There's 3 crates, all stacked one on top of the other. Which one do you open?
Did I see which one they closed? That was
It
yelping.
was the bottom one.
Alright, I'll open the bottom one. You open the bottom one, and you see crawled kind of into the back corner and shivering and with fear in his eyes, a young boy, aged about 7 years old, and he doesn't utter a peep. He just stares at you, terrified, and the two women behind you reach out and start and grab you, and they're like trying to pull you back, and you're like, "Stop it! Get away from there!" Make an athletics check.
That should be easy.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, there are two of them pulling it.
Yeah, that's true.
One of them had enough strength to get you. You feel strength beyond what you were expecting from these women, yanking you back, kind of both of them each grabbing one side of you, pulling you back. One of them kind of dips in front of you and stands in front of the crate, slams the door back down, and says,
Get out of here now!
I'll make you a deal, little girl.
We don't want your deal. If you're not here for dream pastries, then we don't want to talk to you.
and Morgantha has now kind of, Albrecht's kind of at the top of the stairs. Morgantha has now come around and she's kind of behind you, and you hear her say,
well, there you have it. All of us want you to leave.
Okay. And then I would like to hopefully take them by surprise and grapple each of the two children.
Nice.
Each of the two,
Hello.
the daughters?
Yeah.
So you're going to try to grab both of them?
2 arms, baby.
But that would be an action for each.
Action surge? No.
You're going to action surge?
What if he like lunges and just grabs?
Actually, even
he's
I don't think you
alive.
can grapple more than one creature.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, I know this because I read it.
Great.
Let me just see.
Interesting.
Is it a glide specific thing?
No. It's just because you grapple one in each arm. Can you grapple multiple targets?
That hurts 2007.
Hey, so it is. In fact, I read the
This was from 2015 and it says yes. Oh, can a creature be grappled by multiple creatures? No.
Can a character target multiple enemies? No. Grappling 2 or more creatures. If your target doesn't, you get +1.
Multiple arms and grapple.
Written badly. Badly written rules. 1 target per hold and grapple check. Make multiple grapple checks.
It's kind of like this. We all speak as our characters. If we if we all collude on the side, as our characters.
Anyway.
So, well, I don't know. I guess. What do you think, Zach?
I'm going to say you can't grapple 2 characters at once. To be able to hold... these are young women. They're not, children.
Yeah,
I'm half a ton of meaty machine. Young women, one hand could grapple each of them. My fucking pinkies could grapple these little things.
Okay. You're what? 7 foot something?
7 foot 10 inches and 560 pounds of white power.
Two adult women. I'm going to say you wouldn't be able to hold both of them so they can't move. No. Especially considering they are not weak. You could tell as they were pulling you away that they had strength, surprising strength, more strength than you perhaps would have expected.
All right, then in that case, I'll grapple the mother.
Okay, Gregor whips around.
Just hold us hostage. Break her little neck in case.
That's right.
Gregor whips around and attempts to grab Morgantha.
Oh yeah, combat time.
Albrecht, they are torturing a tiny boy. We should not let this happen.
Make your athletics check.
Can we, as the people down the stairs?
You whip around and you begin to wrap your arms. You begin to wrap your arms around the woman. She sticks out both of her hands and shoves your wrist away with a strength that again surprises you. And as she does that, you see that the old womanly demeanor that she had begins to twist and fade. Her face just becomes deformed and angry and dark. And you turn around. You turn around and you look at the.
Yeah.
You turn around and you look at the two young women who were already ugly, and you watch them transform into something even uglier as the hair just begins to be more tangly. Their eyes begin to look like wounds, open wounds within their face, and their teeth just rot within their mouth. And all of a sudden, you notice that you are surrounded by 3 night hags.
Hey, who fucking called it?
Okay.
Each of them screams towards you with anger, and you are about to enter combat.
Alright.
We're going to take our break here for the night, because this combat will take longer than 15 minutes. So, for those of you watching on Twitch, we do play for 4 hours, so we like to take a little, 3-4 hours. So we do like to take a little break in the middle. So we're going to take our break now. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Oof. So, Bongo, are you still out? Like, you're still
How do I?
Yes, sir.
Okay, welcome back.
Let's kill some yanks.
We, yeah, time for some hag destruction.
That's what I would like to hear.
Okay, Gregor, you find yourself surrounded by 3 night hags, one of which is clearly older than the other 2. Albrecht, you've watched this transformation take place, kind of standing at the top of the stairs, and you realize that stuff's about to go down. I, as always, forgot to roll initiative for Irina, so let me do that. I also didn't even bring her token out.
I should have said I entered a rage before I tried to grapple them. That would have been better. But I cannot retcon. We shall not.
Ooh, wow, that's a bad roll. Okay.
I'm a half-ton of meat machine, pal.
Don't tweet on Twitch, do you, Val? No. Go to there's a metric button, and you can make your own for your own channels. So obviously we have.
So Irina has been cautiously kind of standing to the side as you guys entered and kind of had this interaction, just warily watching Morgantha as she moved around.
Oh, I just seen this.
She continues leaning against the wall as you hear commotion upstairs. The first to react is Albrecht.
You better believe it. I'm gonna send Rakunda downstairs. I don't know if he can communicate to other people.
Even if he just goes down and is like,
He could make a ruckus.
like he probably couldn't even communicate to Barnaby, right? But yeah, that's probably what I'd do. I'd have him fly down where they can see him and start losing him.
Yeah, can our familiars be like Pokemon? Where like they can communicate with each other?
They are.
Barnaby says shit's fucked up upstairs.
They're both celestial beings. I'm gonna say they can probably, to a certain degree, to a limited extent, right?
Yeah.
But in the same way, he could probably just be frantically
He's gonna do both.
Yeah, okay. Erkundan flies down the stairs, all the way, spiraling through the second floor down to the first floor. Comes down, and you guys are all kind of chilling. Leaf is gnawing on the bone at this point of the chicken thigh that she had ripped off, and you guys see Erkundan emerge from the staircase, just flapping wildly and squawking at you guys. Barnaby, in particular, takes notice and kind of communicates with Fraser that there's trouble upstairs.
Guys, there's trouble upstairs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Barnaby told me.
Should we leave Bungo down here, or should we?
I think Bungo should be fine.
Try and give him one last slap.
All right. Yeah,
Why
let's
don't you
slap them together.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Slap.
We all. It's like a group slap.
You guys slap him.
And
I've
give
seen
him
videos
a
of
little
people
shot
getting
as well
slapped.
for my
in this crew.
You guys wouldn't be able to. We're still in initiative order right now, so before we get to that, so you guys are now alerted to the fact that there's danger upstairs. What do you do for your turn, Albrecht? That was Erkundan's action.
Okay, sure. I'm going to cast Mirror Image. Actually, I can't because I'm out of the spell slot. I'm going to cast.
Well, is she right in front of me?
Morgantha is. The other two are not.
And I'm not at a disadvantage if I cast on someone else, right? Or
Ranged attack? No. You're saying for a firebolt, for example?
Yes.
Yeah, you could reach around Morgantha, fire one of the hags to your right, for example.
That would be fitting. I'm going to quarterstaff Morgantha.
Okay.
Try to.
Yeah. You.
That's the first time I've seen you do that.
Yeah, you take out your quarterstaff. You take your staff, which you kind of walk with usually, and you try to bring it down on Morgantha. Yeah. She puts her hand up reflexively and just pushes your staff away. Kind of the weight of it kind of like pushes you back a little bit, but you keep standing. It does not manage to make contact. Nicola, you are the next to kind of react to the news. So Rakundans come down. Fraser's like, there's trouble upstairs.
Okay. Probably gonna be like, guys, heard some bad news. I'm gonna run up, see what's going on. So I'm gonna use my... I'm just gonna run up basically, so I can move 40, so...
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gets you to the top. 30, 35, 40. Yeah, I mean, you can... you can basically make it all the way to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
It's getting crowded. Albrecht is at the top. You see this hag. You see this hag to your side, and 3 of them are just surrounding Gregor, claws at the ready.
Jeez. Okay. Albert, did you do like an insight check? Is like what their weaknesses are?
Well, from before, I gather they're not very susceptible to physical damage.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna hit him with a sacred.
Trying to do.
I'm gonna hit him with a sacred flame. Morgantha with it.
Sacred Flame? Okay, so she makes a dexterity saving throw. As you call down Radiant Flame, which just kind of manifests near the ceiling above her, and starts coming down. She looks up, she sees it, and she pushes back into kind of the pile of refuse that is behind her, and the flames kind of come down where she was standing and dissipate without touching her.
So I don't get to roll it?
It's not half damage, right? It can make the save.
Alright, then, do we have bonus action after that, or?
If you have a bonus action to cast, yeah, absolutely. Or to use.
No, I don't. Alright, I guess, just chilling behind Albrecht.
Okay, Bungo. You are... What you are experiencing right now is this blissful feeling. You have been taken away to kind of whatever your dream location is, whatever your best experience ever was, and you are overcome with just this sense of pure bliss and joy. You no longer even kind of see your friends around you or the surroundings around you. You are just completely caught up in this experience of whatever it is that brings you the most pleasure, brings you the most joy. And to you guys, you just see Bungo continuing to stand there, staring off into space, completely entranced. One of the hags, the hag to your right, Gregor. What do we do now? Too many options.
Can you ping me over to where I am?
Yeah, sorry. Pinging back and forth. Okay.
Thanks.
The hag to your right.
We need some magic up here, boys, so, if you guys want to make your way up, that would be nice.
The hag to your right just screams at you and reaches out with her claws and begins clawing at you. 13 to hit? Probably not, right?
Nope.
Yeah, you kind of see it coming. You kind of manage to fend off her claws, and it doesn't seem to do any damage to you.
Or it just glances off my rippling pecs.
Sure.
Or that.
He has unarmored defense. That's what it literally is happening.
It kind of jiggles.
My pecs dance out of the way.
These things spread apart. Oh god.
Morgantha.
What is Gregor's turn?
It is not Gregor's
What do you
turn.
think would happen if we
When is it?
attack the pillar on the floor? What would
You want like break
Just like
the
knock
structure?
into the wall, just take down the whole building.
We want to have somewhere to sit.
You can stand rubble.
You can stand rubble.
What, is rubble not good enough for a cat thing?
Make a little shack, tent.
The old rubble shack.
Oh, sounds like a bad story.
Okay. They know so many spells. It's hard to choose.
Come on,
Dear
dear.
God.
choose the weakest one?
Yeah, choose the choose the easiest. It's that simple.
Mage hand, of course.
Because if I can't punch him, maybe this will.
Morgantha behind you is like,
You should have left when I asked you to.
and you see her kind of mutter something under her breath and motion her hands in a particular way. You turn around to face her, and behind her you see Albrecht standing there.
No.
Except all of a sudden, Albrecht begins, in your vision, like, it looks as though his body is being crushed. Blood begins dripping out of his eyes and his mouth. Like, muscles are bursting. The skin begins to crumple. And you eventually see bone just, like, crunching and crunching. And he just becomes, like, compressed. You hear, like, this scream emanate from his mouth as like, his internal organs, like, begin falling out. And he just completely melts away, just completely dead on the ground behind you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Make it. You know Albrecht ain't no bitch.
15.
Gregor, are you like raging at this point or not?
Not yet.
I think that would probably
That.
put me next to
Oh
it.
yes, sir. Absolutely. I'm just trying to think of the most
That would
enraged
for
thing
sure.
for him to do.
You are frightened
What?
by what you have seen. Your biggest fear is that something would happen to Albrecht, and to your mind, you have just seen Albrecht literally become crushed by nothing beside you. Frightened means that you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of your fear is within line of sight. In this case, the vision which you have just seen, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. In addition, as a result of the spell which has been cast, you will need to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of your turns, or take 4d10 psychic damage.
4d10?
On a successful save, the spell ends.
Damn, you're just clawing your head out, bro.
That's bad news, Bears.
Alright, we need some magic in here.
You, Albrecht, are actually perfectly fine, and what has been done is that Morgantha has cast Phantasmal Killer on you. And what you have seen is an illusion, but to your mind, you think that it has actually happened. Meanwhile, Albrecht is standing there at the ready to fight. Fraser.
Can I run up the stairs?
It's really a line of people behind this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like all again and punch.
You just kind of like beeline it for the stairs. I'm going to say you make it kind of most of the way up. I'm going to drag you kind of like to about here, I'd say.
Do I see Gregor?
No, you're unable to see Gregor from where you are. You're kind of bottom half of the stairs. You see Nakoa in front of you, and you see Albrecht behind him.
Like, but we're still on the stairs, right? Like, we're still almost like up there.
Because your movement speed is 30, unless I'm mistaken. Right?
Yeah, it's 30, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's not good for Gregor.
Nah, it's not ideal.
Oh, but I know Gregor's there, right? Do I know he's there? Is there other noises?
You know that Gregor went up, yeah.
Okay.
But you don't Didn't know that anything happened to him.
Okay, because the spell says like I can cast it on creatures within range. Does that count on Gregor, even if I can't see him? I just want to cast Bless.
You would need to know where he is, which you don't.
Okay, alright, in that case, I cast it on myself, Nicole, and Albrecht.
Okay.
So
Each of you feel kind of a glowing warmth come over you as Fraser bestows his blessing upon you.
So
Each of you can add 1d4 to your attack rolls and saving throws for the next minute, is it? Or 10 minutes?
It's a minute.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's concentration.
Yep.
Cool. 1d4.
Bartimaeus.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up the stairs as well.
Okay. You kind of get behind Fraser. You were a little bit closer, so you could push past him, I would say, if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna...
It's getting crowded.
Yeah.
Hello?
Sometimes I want to get a hit too.
I want to kill someone.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Oh!
Nice.
I'm just trying to figure out where... How close do I have to be for that?
I think the
60
range is pretty good.
It's enough range. I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna say you could only cast it on Morgantha, and you can kind of barely see her. So
Yeah. I'll cast it on... Yeah, on Morgantha then.
okay, she makes a Wisdom saving throw. 17. What's your spell save DC?
Yeah.
13, she makes it.
Yeah, you cast it, and you're waiting for her to just break down, laughing, finding everything funny, and she just glances, like her head just slowly turns towards you, and there's this like evil glare in her eye as she's just cast this spell on Gregor, and she feels your spell come, but it doesn't affect her.
We goofed, boys. We goofed.
Gregor, it is night.
So Gregor enters a rage.
Yes, I
Then-
imagine he does.
Albrecht, no!
Zap.
Okay. Horrible, ugly woman! You have murdered the only family I have! I will kill your family! And I turn around, and thankfully this apparently helps me because I'm no longer viewing Albrecht, right? Dying? Right? If I'm frightened and I don't look at the frightened thing, then I'm okay.
You can't, like, it's so long as it's within your line of sight, as in, like, you can go hide from it, but, like, if it's, like, in the area of you, like, you're still scared by it.
Okay, well, whatever. I grab the northern daughter.
Yeah.
And
Doing a grapple
attempt
check?
to grapple, yeah.
Okay. You would have advantage because you're raging, disadvantage because of the fear, so it ends up balancing out.
Yeah.
It becomes a normal roll.
And then that's athletics.
Yep. Fuck. She, once again, you go to grab this creature, and she just grabs one of your wrists and kind of like pushes it down by your side, and then lets go of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm so pissed. I'm gonna action surge and try and fuck this bitch up. And pull out my silver get some. Pull out my silver short sword and attack. Do.
She dodges out of the way, and you do not manage to hit her.
Oh, that blew. All right.
Night hags are not to be trifled with.
Apparently.
You had so many options to run away. Oh, wait. Let's do this.
Yeah, but there's no point.
Yeah, at you. Where is the little boy in this?
He's in a little crate.
The daughter that you attempted to swipe your short sword at, then attempts to swipe her claws at you.
Oh, Brandon, can you grab me one?
Pecs. Shouldn't do anything, right?
Can you grab me one too?
Jumping pegs.
Yeah.
26 to hit.
That'll hit, yep.
Dealing 9 points of slashing damage. Also, I forgot to make you do a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. I will do it now. So we'll do the wisdom saving throw. So what is it?
Yeah. Your mind is as you slash out, the hag slashes back at you, and you cannot help but think back to what you just saw behind you. You get like this flashback of just Albrecht's face writhing in pain and being like crushed by nothing, his body falling crumpled to the floor, and it hurts you deeply.
You take 4d10.
Dealing 18 points of psychic damage.
I'm going to use my stone's endurance to reduce that by 1d12 plus 3.
Cool. You do that for any type of damage?
When you take damage.
Cool. Yeah, totally.
See your brain.
8, so what was it going to be?
18, so you take 10.
Okay.
Plus the 9 slashing damage from
and I have resistance because I'm raged.
Yep, so you take 4 slashing damage.
Yeah.
Fire attack. Holy shit.
From the from the hag.
Okie
These hags are tough.
Cool. Bringing it to Leaf's turn.
Yeah, literally, you're just in
I'll
tears
run
like
upstairs.
What's your speed, Leaf?
35.
35? Okay.
So
You can push past Fraser and Bartimaeus if you would like to.
That's a railing, isn't it?
It is a railing, yes.
I would like to jump up on top of the railing and
Okay.
perch there.
And perch there? Okay, make an acrobatics check as
you're
per
the
usual.
perching. Nice.
You managed to kind of jump and grab onto the thing. You try to kind of pull yourself up and perch on it. You kind of slip and you manage to get up, but you land kind of on the other side of the railing, not perched on it, just like on the ground and
That's embarrassing.
kind of just like standing there.
Okay, then I am. These squares are 5 feet, right?
These squares are 10 feet.
So can I hit Morgantha, what's her name, with my rapier?
Not from where you're standing now.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot my short bow at the one above Gregor.
Okay, so you kind of slip off the railing, but you steady yourself, pull your short bow off your back, and fire an arrow. You're still kind of catching your balance. It kind of hits the floor beside and ricochets off into the back wall. Does not manage to make contact. Irina, who is now kind of the last one downstairs besides Bungo, kind of pulls out her short sword and says, "What evil have we encountered now?" And she begins making her way up the stairs. Oh, jeez. And kind of makes it to. She's below Bartimaeus. I'm moving everybody up for sake of simplicity, but she's underneath where she is right now. So she's at the bottom of the stairs. She doesn't try to shove anybody out of the way. She just kind of readies herself. Bringing it back to Albrecht.
Can Gregor hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Gregor, it is time to leave. This is none of our business to be here.
Gregor, you hear this. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, mate, you can do it.
You believe yourself to be hallucinating. You're like I can hear his voice. But you turn around and there is still just like the crumpled body of Albrecht on the ground.
Albrecht, no.
So you see Albrecht from your perspective. You see Gregor turn around and he seems to be like looking at your feet, and he lets out this cry of Albrecht, no, and you're not really like you don't really understand what's going on, but there's clearly you can tell that he's clearly been hypnotized or something somehow.
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to fire magic missiles at
Right in front of you.
You bet.
Yeah, just like
If you miss this.
just like
I can.
just kind of like yeah, you can't. You just kind of like put your staff forward a bit, and 3 bolts come, or third level 1. 3 bullets come flying kind of out to the side and then loop back around right in front of you, kind of like thump, thump, thump. 2 in one side, 1 in the other, dealing 12 points of force damage.
Oh, nice. 12.
Yeah, she looks angry about that.
That would be 2.
She turns around to face you.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Nikoa, you're up.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright. I...
Feeling Fraser's blessing upon you.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. So that gives me 1d4 and any roll I do? Is that how it works?
Attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool. Okay. So can I move, or do I need to kind of walk around first?
You cannot, so Morgantha is blocking your way to be able to move into the room. You can move freely past Albrecht. The assumption is that you can move through allies, like they'll get out of the way for you.
Yeah.
But in order to get past Morgantha, though, you would need to either tumble or shove her out of the way, kind of thing. Overrun or tumble,
Okay.
which is basically like a contest.
Oh man, if I knew this unarmed attack way, I could have stunned her. But I don't. Okay, in that case, I'm going to shoot some magic into her as well. So I'm going to use Radiant Sunbolt, just fire in her face.
So that is a ranged attack, and you are within 5 feet of her.
So it just hits.
So you have
No,
disadvantage.
you have disadvantage.
No.
Yeah, quite the opposite.
You're trying to fire something at something that's right in front of you. Like, think of like if I was standing right here and you were trying to like shoot an arrow at me or something.
Oh, but like, it comes out of my hand though, I just be like...
The
Isn't it?
fireworks story.
Nope.
No.
That's D&D for you.
I mean, she could
Want
like
to get close.
she could press into you so that your arms are like shooting around her, right?
Okay.
I mean, you still have a chance of hitting, certainly, if you would like to, but I'm just letting you know you'd be at a disadvantage. You're making a ranged attack at close range.
Can I make an armed attack since it's not that close?
Yeah, of course, yeah. You pull out your sword?
Or even just punch it?
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah, go for it.
Stop punching.
Make your attack roll. Punch her. So she's turned around to face Albrecht, and
Yeah.
you take the opportunity to...
So while she's occupied, I'm going to use an unarmed attack.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and use Flurry of Blows.
Okay, the first one, she grabs your fist and shoves it down.
Yeah.
You bring up your second fist. Go ahead and make your attack. This one, she just kind of swipes out of the way. Doesn't hit. Take your third punch. This one, though,
Uppercut.
she's not ready. Yeah, you bring in the uppercut and you hit her square in the jaw.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Fork, yeah. That's right, bitch. Oh wait, but then I get 1d4, so do I get an attack on that? Like,
No. Oh, sorry. You can add your 1d4 to the first unarmed strike. The second one wouldn't hit no matter what.
Okay.
But add your 1d4 to the first one. Actually, even if it's 1, you get it. So actually, you can roll damage twice.
Hell yeah.
So let's say she grabbed your fist, but you pushed hard enough that like it still did good amount of damage, and then your uppercut also hit.
Oh,
Cool.
4. Nice. So I'm just knocking her in the jaw.
Yeah. She
punched
takes
it for you. I punched it for you, alright?
Nice.
she takes the hit, but doesn't look like it did much to her. She kind of grins at you as you hit her.
Did I at least knock the tooth out?
No, well, she's already missing teeth, but you don't see any new teeth pop out of her mouth. No.
Jeez.
Anyone need a beer?
Bungo, you are still in trance because nobody showed you out of it.
Did we all slap him?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that work? Like,
No, you didn't slap.
You didn't.
Oh,
You
because
didn't.
we needed to do it.
You would have to do that on your turn as an action, and you both ran upstairs.
Shit.
He just left him. He's just like tripping out by himself.
Yeah, he's tripping.
No, I did specifically say you'd have to wait till your turn.
Maybe we should tell Arena to like go down. I meant to ask.
That's
Can
okay.
I yell Arena? But Arena, go get Bungo, and can I tell her to go down and grab her?
Sure.
Him?
Yeah, Irina.
Okay, bring
Irina
Bungo.
looks up at you. She nods. You see her sheath her sword, and she turns around and gets ready to go back down.
Makes sense, right? The one who-
Okay. The hag to the right of Grigor steps back a little bit, kind of towards the ladder, and she sees Leaf kind of hopping over the balcony and like firing the arrow, and she casts Hold Person to try to keep you in place. Sorry, one second. Nope, that's the wrong thing. She casts Hold Person. Make a Wisdom saving throw. You feel as she kind of motions towards you and mutters something under your breath, you feel your body just tighten up. Your arms like come down to your side, and your legs stiffen, and you find yourself unable to move, completely paralyzed for up to 1 minute. You will be able to make a Wisdom saving throw at the end of each of your turns to try and break free, but you find yourself completely unable to move. Morgantha then turns around to her assailant and Albrecht
Hello.
and begins.
I point at Danny. What a mess.
Or you mean Dakota? Next year?
No.
No,
I did.
I don't know what I said.
Okay.
Ooh.
Begins. She claws at you, yeah. Let's go simple.
Sure.
And rolls a critical one. She lashes. Yeah, she lashes out at you. You kind of dodge to one side, dodge to another side, and does not manage to hit you. She getting like increasingly angry as she's trying to hit you.
She's dancing with the devil.
Fraser.
Offered himself.
I'm gonna try to lift myself up the rail.
Okay, make a athletics check. You're climbing over the railing.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You grab, you pull, you lift your weight up, and you manage to get over. You're now standing on the other side.
Okay. I am going to go up here next to this one next up here.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that you were like closer to Leaf so that you don't get an attack opportunity against you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave Rose. I'll let you confuse it too.
I will say I'll just attack it with my lightning blade.
Okay.
With my warhammer.
Okay.
Sorry.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's a slight reminder, I am at half health, less than half health.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saving my
To the healers in the group.
saving a slot for that.
Okay.
So 6 damage to this one, and then
Bludgeoning damage, right?
yes, and 3 lightning damage to the one next to it.
Yep. Yeah, so you see Fraser bring down his warhammer, kind of like lands on the hag's shoulder, kind of causing her to collapse a bit. A spark flies out from the point of impact and zaps the one behind her, who kind of like yelps
Yelps.
in pain. Anything else, Razor?
No. That's
Yo, try and snap, what's his name out of it? Greg
Well, we don't really know.
Bartimaeus.
Well, I don't know.
If I cast a spell and they do a saving throw, can I use cutting words on that saving throw?
You'll have to tell me what cutting words does. I think it's just attack rolls, but I could be wrong.
Any ability check. It minuses 1d from that. So
Then
it's
yeah.
an ability check. Sweet.
Is cutting words a bonus action? Oh, it's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
Okay, so that would take your reaction for the round, but yeah, you could do it.
Okay. I'll use. I'll use Dissonant Whispers on the young hag just north of Gregor.
Okay.
I'll cast that.
So you kind of run up, so you can like kind of peer through the railing and see what's going on up there.
Yeah.
The one to the north of Grigor, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll cast that at level 2 as well.
Okay, she doesn't see you there. She makes her wisdom saving throw. 18.
Okay, so I have to roll a 1d8.
or 2d8. Or did you say second levels?
Vicious Mockery
Yeah, second level.
is a cantrip, though?
No,
sorry,
I'm
cutting
using
words.
cutting words is it's like Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
It's just a reaction.
Okay, so it's minus 1d8. So that's a
Minus
10. It's a 10
Nice.
on our saving throw.
Okay, so I use Dissonant Whispers on that.
Yep.
10 psychic damage.
And then I think I had 1d6 because I cast it at level 2.
Okay.
I'm just binding into this one.
Oops, that's the wrong.
Yeah.
Nice.
Plus another d6 down. Okay.
Yeah.
And you see just like all of a sudden like this hag's eyes widen and she's like, what is this, and she looks kind of like frightened and like there's voices in her head. She turns around and uses her reaction to run away from you guys, spurring an attack of opportunity from both of you.
Woo!
But she backs all the way into the back corner.
Oh, I get one too?
Yeah, both of you.
Oh.
She's
Wait.
leaving both of your attack ranges.
Who,
I am
did you
going
point at me or?
No. Gregor and Fraser both get an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
Gregor is with
Worth it.
disadvantage because he's frightened, but
But advantage now equalizes that, or?
he doesn't get advantage for any reason.
I'm guessing my Warhammer hits.
Your Warhammer does hit, yeah.
Come on, crush it.
As she's running away, you kind of give her a spanking with your Warhammer.
Beat it!
Doesn't do that much, but you know, something. Gregor also hits with his silver
21.
short sword, giving her a big gash across the back as she runs.
And that's short swords are 1d6, right?
I believe so. 1d6 plus your strength.
Oh.
Or dexterity if you prefer, but I think you're the same. Nice, max damage. Yeah. You give her a nice solid gash across the back, kind of sending her against the wall in a lot of pain. She turns around and snarls at both of you. She doesn't look happy.
Guys, I think our best strategy is just to gang me on one at a time. And that way they can't run away, so...
We shall meta. Say it loud.
It's Bartimaeus' turn. Gregor, it is your turn.
And do I do my save at the beginning or end?
It's at the end of your turn.
Okay. Woman, your daughter has been cut by me. Now time for you all to pay for the damage you've done to my brother Albrecht. Keep wanting to say Gregor.
To my brother, me.
Right?
Nobody makes me bleed brown.
I had my own brother.
Yeah. Cool. I have a question. Can I like shove somebody as my one action and then attack them as like the bonus action? Or is that like take the action?
Like as a
Like
bonus
instead
action?
of attacking twice, like two hand.
Yeah, you can attack. You can do your shove as your attack, and then attack with your offhand as your bonus action, if you'd like.
don't even know if that's the best idea. You know what? I'll just shove as my action.
Okay.
I'll shove the hag, the older hag.
Okay, Morgantha, who is now facing away from you, but poised for battle. You make a shove. Make an athletics check.
Oh,
Yeah, no problem.
Beefy.
You
nice.
you see the crumpled corpse of Albrecht, completely just like bones sticking out, blood all over the ground behind her, and you see her turning around, kind of scowling. You grab her by the shoulders. I assume you're shoving down.
Yeah,
make
I
her
want to
prone.
knock her prone or
Yep.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, you grab her by the shoulders and you shove her to the ground with all of your strength, and like she's not even prepared for it. Her legs buckle immediately, and she falls flat on her face onto the ground.
Okay, then I will attack her with my offhand with the short sword, so now we're just neutral, because...
Yep. Yeah, it's perfectly neutral. Advantage and disadvantage.
What the...
Just bring it down or stab it.
24.
You hit.
Nice.
Wow.
10 damage.
Yeah, you give her now just kind of with your you kind of like threw your sword into your offhand, grabbed her by the shoulders, shoved her down, and then gave her a nice gash across the back. She lets out a loud howl as the you can kind of see from your close vantage point that the silvered sword seems to be doing exceptionally well. You see kind of the skin where it gashed beneath her, kind of like haggardly robes. You see it boiling. Like
Okay.
skin kind of boiling underneath.
Crying and shouting, Albrecht! I action surge and attack again.
Okay, throwing your short sword back into your main hand, you take another swing.
Ah, boo.
She, now face down on the ground, quickly rolls, still prone, but rolls over, and you kind of jab your sword straight down into the wooden floor.
Is your sword like special, or was it silver maybe?
Silvered, yeah.
There's a silver short sword.
How do you happen to get that?
They found it, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
It was in.
One of the many things in
the
his
house.
backpack.
Mm.
That's the one we took from the mantle.
Yeah, I was like,
Fancy.
The first hag who had been overcome with fear and began running away from you guys now is against the wall facing you. You see her kind of like shake her head a couple times, just scream, and she casts.
I didn't do my wisdom save.
Oh yes. I keep forgetting to make you do it. You fail it, unfortunately.
Wow, how high is this thing, man?
Rip.
Probably DC 15.
Oops, I just rolled 4d0 by accident.
Hooray!
Oh, I am so sorry.
Goodbye.
No.
Goodbye, Gregor.
I rolled 3 8s and a 10.
Oh,
34 points of psychic damage. As you are now staring, as the hag has like rolled out of the way, you are now staring down at the thing which you fear most. Gregor's dead corpse is lying on the ground. Sorry, Albrecht's. There you go. Albrecht's crushed corpse, bleeding out, bones everywhere. And I'm assuming it causes you to faint.
Oh,
Uh,
damn it, guys.
Greg, those of you who are up there looking, you see Gregor just like huffing and puffing with anger, and then like all of a sudden you just see like his eyes like roll back into his head, and he falls down to the ground unconscious.
Greg, or
Yeah. I hope my weird curse leaves if I pass unconscious.
lack of oxygen in your brain, I assume, would
Reset some shit. Hopefully.
Yeah, you know, hardware boot.
Yeah. Hard reset.
Listen to 2 beeps. You're good to go.
Okay. The hag to the north, kind of sidesteps, aims down toward Fraser and puts her hands out towards Fraser and Leaf behind, and you see sparks of lightning begin to emanate from her hands. She winds up and like pushes out and fires a lightning bolt at you guys, at both of you.
Wait, it hits both of them or just one?
It's fires out in a line.
Yeah, you're all screwed, boys.
5 feet wide, 100 feet long. So it's gonna just blast into the wall behind.
5 feet wide. This whole place
behind
is like
them.
10 feet.
You must make a dexterity saving throw. You automatically fail because you're paralyzed.
Fair enough. Yes.
Little cats in your fly.
And
Fraser's blessed though, so does he get like a save?
he can certainly add 0.
Wait, what? How's that even possible?
You have a minus
one
1 and you roll a critical one.
Hang on, I got 1d4.
Hey, 3.
You do
Still
it.
a critical fail.
Oh my god.
It is
Still
a
a
critical.
1.
It is a critical fail.
Why do we angry?
Um,
These hags. Oh god.
Both of you take 32 points of lightning damage as the electricity just ripples through you. You see it coming. You see it go like through Fraser, and you just see it coming before you, and you can't move. Just terrified, you watch as the lightning just takes over your body.
Let's retreat.
Before I
You're racked with pain.
yeah, before I faint,
You would've
I
retreated.
go like this, and I use my wrap sword one.
Okay.
As a reaction?
Yeah, you
I
see
mean, that is-
Fraser.
That is too
You see
much.
Fraser just kind of like almost.
Like, that's
he
pretty much
takes
the
kind
whole
of like
time
this
we have
defensive
this
stance.
bungo
It's almost like
he's
he
throwing
catches
them
some
back.
of the lightning
Who's still alive?
and like
Me, you,
throws it back
Oh,
And
towards
I'm gonna
her.
use like all
Bungo
my.
when he's tripping.
I'm gonna use like
in
max
arena.
damage on it too.
I'll be
So
honest.
might as well.
Sure.
I can only do
Go
X
down.
amount of hits.
How much
I can't do
damage?
hits too.
Does it do that?
You better be like inspired.
19
bro.
lightning.
Okay, he throws some of the lightning back towards
19?
her, but the you still see the effects of it begin to. You see it hit her, and she takes the full brunt of it, and like you see kind of her muscles like tensing as the electricity flows through her body. But you are overcome by the pain, and you fall unconscious as well.
Holy shit. Wait, Leaf, you did too?
Yeah, I would definitely be unconscious. And
Okay.
As I fall, I think to myself, you couldn't leave the chicken.
That thought does indeed come to your head as the effect of the hold person spell just dissipates as you yourself fall unconscious and crumple to the ground.
Also, you guys bless.
I think
Wait,
we need to focus
And
on
the blessing
Like I could, but
falls
then
as
spend
well.
an action. And
Oh no, Fraser can't bring me back if he's
But if
unconscious.
you can bring like Fraser,
That's
Fraser can
bad.
bring back Gregor.
Someone bring
Well,
me
guys,
back.
you're on
That's
your
what I'm saying.
own.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Nicole's looking pretty scared at this point, being like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, you probably should be scared at
Does
this
anyone
point.
have any,
Like I'm gonna do regardless.
do you have any healing stuff on you? bro?
I have
No, sir. Okay, good.
You do?
I guess
You
you
need
would
to
have to
bring
bring me back so I can bring.
That's what I said, right?
Leaf, it is your
That's exactly
turn,
what
so
you
you
said.
must make a death saving throw.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
come back!
If you roll a natural 20, you come back with 1 HP.
Ooh.
Do it.
If you roll a natural 1, it counts
Do it.
as 2 fails. So...
Do it! Come on, do it!
Does it count as 3?
What am I making? A constitution?
Nope, it should say death save. It's really just a d20, but you can click the death save button, and it will roll it for you. Sure, just roll a
These
d20.
guys have.
10 or higher is a
Honestly,
success.
Because it's
Anything lower than a 10 is a
Maybe
fail.
on 2 of them, like 12 damage each. I'm making it like 30.
Who has the inspiration man? Is it Bungo?
Bungo has the So that counts as 1 failed death save. Mark that
Still
down.
just
There's
downstairs,
bubbles,
like, happy.
bubbles on your character sheet.
So what happens when you get all 3 death saves?
And that is your turn.
The death of the game?
Irina scrambles down the stairs, gets to Bungo,
Wow, so can't you die?
gets to Bungo, and it's just like, Bungo! Bungo, they need your help! Bungo, please wake up!
Kiss him.
And you kind of experience this weird kind of like transporting feeling, like just being like sucked back into reality as you realize that you're like being shaken. You kind of close your eyes and you open them, and Irina is standing in front of you, just shaking you violently.
What is it? What?
There are hags upstairs. Our friends are in trouble.
Let's get him.
And she lets go of you and kind of begins heading back up. Kind of makes it as far as the second floor.
So your power cord
can you? Can we be yelling out like retreat?
She begins heading up the stairs. Albrecht.
Yo, Albrecht, can you grab Gregor's
the hag is now on the floor on her back in front of you. Gregor, Fraser, and Leaf have all fallen to the ground.
How high is this?
Jump out the window. You're actually gonna jump, dog. We need you.
Oh, I'm not going up the window.
Okay.
The window. It's about 20 feet. This is like about 20 feet.
Oh.
Sorry. No, you're on the third floor, so it'd be like. It's like, yeah, 25 feet or so. 25 feet high. I think. No, probably more than that. Probably like 30, 35 feet high.
How? Oh, jeez.
12, like 8.
Gregor,
Yeah,
what's your?
like something like that.
How does dying rules work in terms of once they're already unconscious, they keep going negative until it doubles and then they're dead?
No. If a creature takes damage while it is unconscious, it counts as a failed death save.
Per damage tick?
No, not per damage tick. Just if they take any damage while they're down, it counts as a failed death save.
I'll take a glance at the nearest window. How thick does this window look?
Like it's not very thick. This is a really worn down building. Like you know if you put any force on it, like you could shatter it.
Okay. So I look to Gregor. 9, Gregor. This is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
I go up to Gregor and I want to drag him to the window. Kick. Yeah, that's exactly the issue, right? I'm gonna try and basically bail us both out the window.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Albert, are you sure you want to do that, bro?
So this
do that?
7 foot tall.
You're gonna be very disappointed.
Massive-
You said 70?
No. This
Oh,
this
sorry.
this more than 7 foot
feet,
tall,
10 inches, and 560 pounds.
560 pound creature. I'm gonna let you make an athletics check for it. I'm gonna tell you it's very slim.
Please get 20. Come on.
I gotta save Gregor, man.
But you can save him.
Certainly. Just by helping you. What am I gonna do? Hey, look. They're dead. Oh, that's not strength.
That's yeah.
Oh.
You grab Gregor's arms, which are on the floor in front of you, and you pull as hard as you can, and his body is like not even sliding on the ground. You realize you made the decision out of like absolute desperation, but like you're not going to be able to lift this man.
Very well.
Very well. Okay.
I would let you try to stabilize him as a bonus action if you wanted to.
That I will do.
Bring back Greg, bro.
You attempt to, realizing that is not going to work and that you are kind of temporarily out of immediate danger because the hag's on the ground beside you, you attempt to just kind of stabilize, and you do, in fact, stabilize Gregor. You find kind of like you manage to slow his heartbeat. You manage to kind of like get him into a place where you no longer fear that he is dying. He's just unconscious on the ground. Nicola.
Thanks, bud.
Okay.
I'm
I'm very confused as to what Albrecht is doing. I'm like, what are you doing trying to lift this huge thing? Right? And I'm looking over the bottom of this. I'm like, we need to replan our strategy here. At the same time, I'm also listening to I think I hear Bungo coming up the stairs, if I'm correct. I'm thinking maybe...
I mean, you hear Irina coming up the stairs.
So I'm thinking maybe if we retreat to the lower level, let them come to us, we can have a disadvantage if we wait for them and then attack.
Sure, yeah.
Does
Are you
that-
telling this to Bartimaeus? He was explaining it.
Sure.
What are you saying?
Like, can we do that though? Like, does that work?
You can do whatever you want.
I'm just saying, maybe if we would choose the second level, then let them come to us, then we can like all attack at once or something, get advantage. Something like that. Well, I mean, like we could just stay here.
I'm all for leaving Albert now.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to tell what Albert was really trying to do.
No, I'm joking.
Not saving you, clients.
Not seeing with you now. Okay.
Well, it'd be silly to expect you to.
Yeah. I think clearly not in a good position, so I'm gonna like nudge over to the bottom base and like I'm gonna go down and prepare for that second wave attack. So I'm actually gonna go down the
Okay.
stairs and
You go down. You
meet
can
up with
position
Bongo.
yourself. You can position yourself anywhere downstairs, wherever you'd like to be.
Yeah. So if they're gonna come down near the staircase, I'm gonna be like behind, I guess, here,
Okay.
waiting for them. And then before I do that, I'm gonna tell Arena and Bongo that like we need to be ready to attack when they come down, because that way.
I mean,
Damn.
like you have to kind of think of all these things kind of happening at the same time. So like you're probably heading up the stairs on your turn. Like you'll be heading up the stairs.
Yeah, you're probably there. What I'm saying is, as they come down the stairs one at a time, we can hit them like all together one at a time, so we'll knock them out individually. Does that
You
make
at the
sense?
very least, you tell Irina this.
Yeah.
She can relay behind her if Bungo comes up following.
Yeah. Wait. Actually, question though. If I stand back here, do my ranged attacks work?
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
you
like if
come
they
down
hit the
here.
bottom of the stairs, yeah, you're more than 5 feet away.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Because in that case, okay, so I'll be here, and then I'm gonna be like, Arena, you should get to somewhere where you can hide and have a.
Yeah, so you're kind of underneath the stairs. I'm gonna say you ready a reaction to fire a Radiant Sunbolt if somebody comes down. Right? Particularly a hag, not anybody.
I gotta be smart at this point, boys. We just lost half our troop.
Bungo, you are now shaken out of your stupor. You've seen Irina kind of run up the stairs ahead of you. What do you do?
I'll run right after her.
Yeah.
Go as far as I can.
Yeah, you come up to the top, you kind of catch the tail end of Nicola saying, like, we're gonna wait down here for them, whatever.
We're gonna come down
You
one
still
at a
have probably a bit more movement.
I've got 25 speed.
I mean, if you dash, you can move more, or you can stay there.
I'm gonna dash and keep going up.
Up the stairs?
Yeah.
Don't go. Why didn't you listen to me? Don't go.
You kind of get just high enough on the stairs. You see Bartimaeus kind of,
Shitting his pants.
kind of, yeah, like
Yeah.
eyes wide. You can barely see over the ledge because you're so short. The scene that has before you. Yeah, the scene that has unfolded. You see 3 of your companions are lying on the ground, clearly unconscious. One hag lying on her back, kind of like steadying herself, about to get up, and two more hags in the distance, kind of like staring you all down, and Albrecht kind of trying to pull Gregor and tend to his wounds.
Can I whack my axe against the ground?
You used your action to dash. I mean, well, what are you trying to do? It's not.
I'm just trying to tell everybody to stop. Like, I'm just trying to yell at everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do that then.
Okay, so I'm whacking my
You're just
axe against the
basically yelling.
ground, trying
Okay.
to make as much noise as possible.
Yeah.
Say, hags, that was the best pastry I've ever had. Enough of all this shit. My friends are idiots. Stop what you're doing.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh shoot, we can't give him inspiration. Oh, you can use it.
Dude, you have your
You have
inspiration.
inspiration.
Oh,
Inspiration.
You could argue that you are inspired by the pastry. And it makes you extra.
Yeah, because he just
You
came
can
out.
only have one inspiration.
He came out with the euphoria, right?
You
So-
choose whether this is the time you want to use it.
I think it might be.
What was it 1d20? Is that what it was?
So you basically you get to roll
It's,
again.
yeah, it's another roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Try that again.
This could be a big
Come
camera.
on.
Oh!
Yes!
Does that work?
Nope.
You see the hags. Hags, kind of like heaving and angry, and then you see Morgantha. She gets up, and you can tell that the other two hags are kind of looking to Morgantha for what to do. Morgantha turns and faces you on the stairs, like heaving and angry looking, and then you see her kind of put down her claws. And she kind of like motions to the other ones, like kind of like down like this, and they also like lower their hands. She points at all of you, and she just says, "Get out."
We'll get out as fast as we can.
Can we heal our friends first?
You may take them with you.
And she, as this happens, you see them begin to kind of, each of the hags kind of begins receding back into the form that they were in when you had first arrived at the house. Morgantha, her skin kind of lightens and becomes wrinklier, and she goes back down into that kind of decrepit old lady form that you had met her in. And the other two kind of transform into those ugly young women, which Gregor and Albrecht anyway had seen. You guys are seeing them for the first time, and Morgantha like steps on Gregor and then off onto the other side, and kind of gathers her daughters behind her, and just kind of. They all just kind of stand there staring at you. You hear in the crates now that the battle has become silent. You hear like a thumping noise in the crates and muffled children like yelling like, "Help me! Help us!" And they wait for you to leave.
What is that?
Oh, no. Bongo. Wait.
I haven't seen any of
Question.
that.
While these guys are talking, can you guys like heal each other? Like, is that possible? While they're
Yeah, I mean, sure. Each of you could take an action during this time, I would say.
part of your skill.
Sure. I'll cast heal on Fraser.
Okay.
Healing word.
Okay.
Because I think this won't go well.
Yeah, you kind of whisper something under your breath, and you see an arcane energy kind of surround Fraser. He regains 7 points of HP, and you come to consciousness prone on the ground, but you kind of sputter back into consciousness and are okay.
Whoa, what's going on? And I look at Gregor, then I look at Leaf, then look at Gregor, back at Leaf, and like my soul Mulhorandian, Pharaoh memories makes me give preferential treatment towards the cat.
Yes.
Heal, Leaf, plus Gregor is already stabilized.
Yeah. Leaf, you now on the ground like sputter back to consciousness. You kind of look down at yourself. You see like this arcane energy kind of going around, healing up some of the burn marks from the lightning that surged through your body. And you are 13 HP better. Gregor, I mean, you can tell that Gregor is stabilized. He doesn't seem to be in danger of death, but he is still lying unconscious on the ground. Meanwhile, Bungo asks, "What is that?" And Morgantha is like,
None of your business. Now, are you going to leave or not?
Yes, we'll get out of your hair right now. And I'm gonna try and like grab Gregor and like drag him or something.
Well, I would be helping with that.
Alright.
both of
I'll help
you,
with that.
a few of you
I'll just
together
grab him.
certainly would be able to, as a combined effort, kind of grab parts of Gregor and begin to drag him towards the stairway. This is where things are going to get interesting. Will you drag him down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you,
Kids!
No
No one will be cradling. Why don't you like sneak in? No one will be cradling his head.
yeah, do not worry about
We just be hitting his head every single time. There's not much there. Huh?
He has had much of this.
I'm sure he's hit his head a few times before.
Meanwhile, Nicole is just waiting for the fight to happen. Just under there, like, any minute now, Arena, any minute now.
Did you specify the first person to walk down the stairs? Did you say the first person? The first...
No, I assume
Boom!
I think it's fair to say that you would wait to identify the creature first.
Before we go down, can I try and barter with them the deed to the mill for the children in the box?
Oh!
That'd be cool.
Sure, I mean... Okay, so I'm going to say these three are dragging Gregor down the stairs. You kind of step forward. And go ahead. Say what you
So
say.
say, listen here.
Bartimaeus, let's go.
Wait. Just listen here.
No.
I've got the deed
It's
to
time
your
to
mill.
go.
You're going to have people coming all the time wanting to take this land from you, and you're never going to have proof of ownership.
We have never had any visitors before you came and disturbed us.
Well, we saw this place up on a billboard, and that's how I got the deed to begin with. So more are going to be coming. I'll give you this deed if we can have the children in the box.
First, make a deception check, as you lied about the billboard.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah, she eyes you suspiciously.
Says they've been advertising this place.
Yeah. Strahd's got it all over the place. He's saying that this place is now up for sale, but you know what? If you have the deed, then there's no argument for people who knock on your door.
I see what Bartimaeus is doing, and I cast guidance on him.
You are dragging Gregor down the stairs. You need to be able to touch the creature to cast guidance.
Yeah, you're a little busy. Got it.
Am I still like all the way there, or am I like at the top of the stairs?
You just drop.
Drop the shoulders. It's like all
You guys were in the process of dragging him down the stairs. You could stop if you want, I guess.
Wait, do we know that there are children in the cages?
You
No.
do not.
No,
Well, I
you
mean,
don't.
now that you're conscious, you hear banging, and you hear
Oh, okay.
you hear like help.
Oh, I sent Barnaby to do it.
Okay. Barnaby slithers up and kind of just touches your ankle. You see a snake kind of come up and like touch your ankle, and you feel like you're a little bit guided in kind of the words that you should use. It's just like
Yeah, so here's the deal. I've always wanted kids, so I'd like to take them with me. I'll give you the deed. No harm, no foul. I'm sure you can find some other place.
she thinks for a moment. She says,
One child. We'll give you one of the children for the deed to this place.
All right, give us all children in the box, and I'll throw in another deed to an even better place where you can monopolize on this bread making business. It's right in the center of the city. There's plenty of customers available for you there. The space is beautiful. It's big. It's spacious.
Lots of dungeons.
make a persuasion check. With an extra D4 from the guy.
I'm also going to use a bardic inspiration on myself. I'm like pep talking myself.
Okay. Sure.
Custom cages.
Okay.
Some evil satanic cult that is also associated to it.
You're gonna want to sell stuff to evil people. Smart.
And then
She's kind of, you see her hesitate. Her daughters are kind of like waiting with bated breath to see what she's gonna say. And she finally, she reaches out her hand and she says,
Fine. The two children for both of the deeds in your possession.
Alright, and I'll hand her both my deeds.
Okay. You bring out the deed for the windmill as well as the deed for the house in Barovia. She snatches both of them out of the out of your hand, and the two daughters look kind of surprised that she has agreed to this deal. And they're kind of like, Mother. She's like, we have enough supplies for a few batches. We'll get more in time. And she doesn't even try to, she's not whispering. She says it fully out loud. And she folds the deeds and puts them in the pocket in her now reformed apron. And she points towards the crates and says, go ahead then, take the brats.
Do I overhear this conversation as we're...
Yeah, you can hear it as you're dragging them down the stairs.
And now, is this windmill mostly wood, or...
No, I mean, like, it's wood and stone.
Okay.
As we leave, we bar it. Put a lot of wood
Man,
in
you can light a stone building up if you light a fire in the middle, on the inside. Right up the center.
Gas them out.
I mean, yeah. There is a lot of wood. The floors are made of wood. The floors are made of wood. The walls are made of stone. Like stone brickwork kind of thing.
No floors, eh?
Does the stone look weak?
And like the stairs are also like stone. They come out of the wall.
Guys, why don't we go to the bottom floor?
Yeah, we'll deal with this first.
Yeah,
Let's deal with
get out of here.
Put a bunch of grease and flammable shit. And
I'm
light
just
up and lock
noting
the
these
door.
things for
We should
you know,
let the
personal
frogs go
vendetta.
before we light everything up.
Leaf, what do? You kind of witnessed this whole scene.
I'm gonna go open the crates with Bartimaeus because I feel bad for the kids.
Okay, so you drag slow progress, but you managed to drag Gregor down to the bottom floor, while Leaf and Bartimaeus walk over to the crates. You open the top crate and it's empty, but the middle crate you open up and you find, again, just kind of quivering in the back, a young girl. You estimate that she's 4 or 5 years old. Just completely terrified, looking up at a tiefling and a tabaxi.
We're not the best ones.
People that she has she's never seen the likes of either one of you before. She's just like terrified. She lets out like a little like as like you guys open the thing, and like pushes herself further back into the corner of the box.
Do you have like chicken blood like down your mouth?
No, I grew them after
Oh.
I ate. Alright, I say, come on out, we're not gonna hurt you, we're gonna take you home.
Maybe you should purr or something.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of like shakes her head and kind of like goes back further into the box.
Alright, I am gonna peep and smile and I said, don't worry, you're my kids now. And I try to
It's only one kid in the box.
Oh, okay.
In this box.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're my kid now.
Yeah.
Do you just like grab her? Or
No. I reach out a hand and like.
I'll allow you to make a persuasion check for this one as well.
Has it been a minute? Yes, it has.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Okay. Guidance last.
Do you have to keep your hand on the whole?
Something about your charismatic demeanor
No, it's just
and the gentleness with which you kind of said that even though it was kind of a weird thing to say to like a 5-year-old, and she doesn't really understand what you mean by that, because obviously you're not her mommy or daddy, but she kind of begins kind of like crawling towards the door to the crate, and kind of lets you lift her up and kind of like put her on the ground, and she just kind of she sees the 3 women in the north end of the thing, and she like quickly hides behind you and is like holding on to like your clothes and like shake, like you can feel her like shaking behind you. Leaf, you open up the door to the bottom crate now, and inside you see a young boy, probably about 7 years old. He too seems startled at the sight before him, but he sees the little girl who is, clinging to the clothes of Bartimaeus, and he's like, "Have you come to save us?"
I hold out my paw and I say yes.
Put it there, son.
And he kind of warily like this crate is the one on the ground, so it was like that one, the one with the girl, and that empty one, and so he kind of like shimmies his way like out of the crate. He too sees the hags, which causes him to kind of like start a bit, and he's like, "Can we get out of here?"
Yep, come on, let's go, hurry scurry. He as he kind of makes his way towards the stairs, he grabs the little girl's hand, and he begins kind of like pulling her down the stairs with him, like constantly looking back, like frightened to make sure that like they're not coming after him, and they make their way down the stairs. What do you guys do?
I say, pleasure doing business with you, and I follow downstairs too.
Yes. She does not look like it was a pleasure at all. And you guys head down. All of you kind of congregate at the bottom of the stairs. Irina sees the children as they come down to the second floor, and you hear her exclaim, "Freak! Myrtle!"
Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
Don't tell me.
And the little girl's eyes light up, but she doesn't. She just runs towards Irina. Irina kind of crouches, and she just like embraces her with all her heart. And Freak is like, "Irina!" and also goes and like runs and gives her a hug, like, "We never thought we'd see you again." And Irina is like, "What on earth are you children doing out here? How did you get into this situation?" And then she kind of remembers herself, remembers where you guys are, and she's like, Tell us when we get outside. We should leave this place at once." And she kind of like one arm around each child, brings them down to the first floor as well. You guys kind of you overhear this exchange, and they are kind of the last ones to join you downstairs. You're all kind of now huddled around Gregor's unconscious body.
That's high time.
Great.
Let's get him out of here and light this place up.
Oh, I'll use my last spell on Gregor, which is just another healing word.
Okay.
You let us drag him down all the stairs. There you go. Hey.
Gregor, you awaken with a splitting headache, and
he was doing business.
And kind of like the back of your head feels a bit tender to the touch. But you are aware that everybody is kind of around you. You look up and you appear to be kind of on the first floor of the windmill.
What has happened? Where are ugly woman hags?
It's time to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Should we grab those frogs? Didn't you think they were children?
That's just a theory.
I think that's true. Is there anything flammable in this place? Like what's
There's lots of flammable things.
Using them.
Okay. I guess Nicola, while they're still upstairs, is just kind of sprinkling the floor with this like hay and all things are flammable.
There was no hay.
Okay.
I mean,
whatever's
there's
flammable.
wood things around, basically.
Yeah. I'm just kind of sprinkling that all over the floor because
You hear kind of from the upstairs. You hear footsteps heading down the stairs.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I'm getting
It's time to
Go.
Yeah, I think we need to just go.
And they appear to be basically coming. You assume they're coming to make sure that you guys have left.
Working on it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go.
Actually, I'm gonna be the last one.
Irina, are you coming?
Everyone out.
Where are the kids?
Yeah, Irina. Irina. As soon as there's an opportunity, she kind of hustles the kids out the door.
And I think there's Arkandan still in there too.
I mean,
We'll assume. Yeah.
Conan's with Albrecht, unless stated otherwise.
Alright, I'm just by the door, just watching.
Okay, guys, let's go. Gregor, Albrecht.
Yes, little man. Are you feeling better?
I'm great. You're the one that's had a bit of a rough time, buddy.
Gregor is always okay.
Bungo, you're the last to leave,
Yeah.
but you do leave.
Yeah, I do leave.
Okay. The door. You guys close the door behind you, and nothing makes pursuit. And that is where we'll end for tonight.
Well, okay.
It was a pretty intense session, I think.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it's just different. It's chain of events.
Yes,
Can't
you're
fight
not.
everybody.
You're not always going to be able to
fight him.
mow down everything in your path.
Well, I wanted to.
Thanks for watching. Anybody who is watching on Twitch, do give us a follow. Tell your friends. We stream every Wednesday at approximately 6:30 Eastern time. So give us a follow. You'll get an email notification, and you can come back and watch us. Have a good night, everybody.
Woo!